Hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. It is 2:02 here, Skull and Bones. Um, Big news, huge news in the life of the illusion. He has a chair. He has a chair, guys. Leather chair. Kathy, big shout out to you. Thank you. So I'm comfortable now. I have a beautiful chair, put it together. Feels good. I can actually rest my back on something other than a wall. So that's glorious. Got it done. Something made me do it today for whatever reason. It's going to really help, I think. So, what I'm going to talk about today is a topic I don't have the answer to. I don't think any of us have the answer to. I won't be going too long today. Well, who knows? You never know. Later on, I'm going for a bike ride to the marina, probably in about 4 hours. Don't think I'm going to speak for 4 hours, but you never know with me, do you? So my question is, hey, Space Cowboy, I want to say, Space Cowboy, I appreciate all of your comments on YouTube. I'm very grateful for your insights and your positive words, so I appreciate it. Lady Hawk, much love to you. So Lady Hawk is on my Patreon and she's on Twitter, and she recently posted an image of Alan Shearer and the Baphomet. So the Baphomet's fingers like pointing up and down, and that's what Shearer did when he celebrated. So we know who Shearer worships. Crazy stuff, isn't it? Thank you, Space Cowboy. Hey, how you doing, Nadine? Hey, Misha. Hope you're all well. 13 in the live, 3 likes. Francis became the Pope, 13-3. I love doing that. I know I do that in my lives. I like connecting the numbers. I enjoy it. So I want to just discuss these rituals that I always present. I'm very good at presenting the ritual, but I want your opinion on this topic. How are these rituals being done? Every single day. In sports, in politics, whatever it may be, how are they being done? So we know numbers are involved. That's why I'm able to code the ritual, why it happened, the way it happened. Sometimes I'll do it before it happens. Sometimes I'll do it after it happens. But we know it's all connected to numbers. Undeniably at this point. But is it the universe? Is it completely organic? Is it just man? We talk about the secret societies. Evening, Stephen. Yeah, you got the picture from me, Lady Hawk. Again, you should share knowledge. It's fine. Is it just man, secret societies, who have an understanding of how this universe works and they've infiltrated the code? Is it demonic entities that possess these people at the top? Is it God? Is it Satan? A lot of people say we're in Satan's realm. That's what the Bible says as well. So I recently did a video about Christian Eriksen. So when he had his cardiac arrest against Finland, my soul told me he didn't have one. I didn't get taken in by it. It seemed staged. I think the more you build your spirit, you just really do see through things. And I told people, I said, he'll be back next season playing. No way, Adam. How will he? He's had a cardiac arrest. He'll be lucky to ever run again, let alone play professional football. I said, he'll be back next year. And I've done so many things like that, just calmly. He'll be back next year playing at the highest level. People laugh, mock me. You don't know anything about health. That's not how it's going to work. I was like, if he had a cardiac arrest, he wouldn't be back next year. But he didn't. He's going to be back next year. And it'll all be by the numbers. Hey, okay. Before I get deep into this, I want to give a massive shout out to Durrell. Durrell is on my Patreon, but he's a friend of mine. He is hilarious. He's kind-hearted. He's funny. He gets so excited. He's got an obsession with Japanese candy, and he orders these boxes, and he sends me videos of him opening it, and like 3-minute long videos of him opening it. It's like, ooh, because he don't know what's going to be in it. It's like he don't technically know what's in it because it's different things every time. And he gets all excited. He shares things with me. He gets really annoyed that I'm not on TikTok. He always sends me TikTok videos. I'm like, mate, I don't give a shit about TikTok. But he keeps sending me them. He's a bit of a dirty dog as well. He likes his ladies maybe a bit too much, in my opinion. But he's a good guy. So he leaves comments in YouTube, and I wasn't aware that his YouTube name, well, I forgot, is Don Pediocho. That's his like alter ego. So there you go, mate. Much love and respect for you. Okay, I'll always have it. And again, I've never met him. He does. One thing about him, though, which I don't like, is he has a Baphomet chain. And he says it's all about duality and this, that, and the other. I'm like, mate, you've got a Baphomet chain. I'm not sure about that. But he justifies it. And it's up to him what he wears. But you'll never see me with a Baphomet chain. 217's been huge recently, especially Michael Jordan being born 217. It's 21 people in the live, 7 likes. Kane Clark, hi Adam, how are you? I'm just enjoying some apple pie and custard. Oh my God, and a bit of ice cream as well. Mate, do you do that to piss me off? Because you know that I'm a big fan of apple pie. You just, I don't know, just sharing that magical moment with me. I might go for apple pie. There's a place actually about a 15-minute cycle from me. I might go there just for a cheeky apple pie later. Thank you. Colin, how you doing, mate? How you doing? I think it's bits of everything playing a part. All right. So what I will say, it's definitely not all man. This is where people get a little bit lost with our community and with what I do. So every day I'm trying to figure out better ways of presenting my work. People are like, there's no way like Ericsson can plan to score after 2 minutes and hit it in the top corner. I get that. They can. This is not just man writing the script. But then they mock us. These commentators say it's like a Hollywood script. Like that Wrexham game where they won 6-5. And obviously Ryan Reynolds owns them, who's a Hollywood actor. So how's it being done? Like I've had many friends play in the conference, League One, League Two. They're not aware of these rituals. They're not. The people that I know, oh my God, 31 in the live, 9 likes, Super Bowl 55, finished 31-9. They're not aware. I've played at a decent level. It's all organic. You never have a manager say, this is what's going on. This is what the score's going to be. Adam, I'm going to bring you on after 43 minutes and then you're going to score the equalizer after 79. Okay, gaffer, I got it. It's not how it can be done. So I've been saying for a while now, like the top elite people are aware of how it's being done. But not every single famous person. A lot of these people are being used and they're unaware of it, or they've sold their souls and they're being used. I just don't know how this is being done. Like, if the Queen dies May the 20th, and it is a big if, guys. People are talking like it's happening because of my code. It's not a guarantee at all. Predicting someone's death date is insanely hard. But if she goes May the 20th, Elizabeth, does she know already that she's going on that date? Is she aware? Are the whole royal family aware? Are the global elite aware? Like, do they all know now? Like, listen, there's nothing you can do. You're going on that date. And if she does go on that date, who's deciding that? Is she getting sacrificed, like we always say, by a group of people just taking her out, poisoning her or whatever? Or is it just her time's up? Murdered by the number, your time's just up. It's the universe. Like, how the hell was Elizabeth born 1,776 days after Philip? Then they get married. And the Illuminati were founded in 1776. And the Declaration of Independence was signed 1776. How's that being done? Maybe they can plan that. Be like, okay, let's check your date of birth. Okay, Philip, you're this amount of days from Elizabeth. That means you're going to marry her, and you're going to marry her for 73 years. And then you're going to die the 21st year of the 21st century, and 73 is the 21st prime. Okay, got it. Okay, how old am I going to be when I die again? You're going to be 99, mate, and you're going to die on the 99th day of the year on April the 9th. Okay, cheers, mate. Do you think that's how it's being done? I say how a lot of these celebrities don't actually die. And if they don't die, what is it? Are they immortal? Do they just get a new character? Why do they tell us these people die? Is it just to get our energy? If it is just to get our energy, why do they need our energy? I have so many questions. Like recently on my Patreon, I said, I'll keep decoding sports, but I want to go the next level with this knowledge. I lost a lot of patrons for that. I think it's very harsh because I do very good work and I still decode games. But I want to go next level with the knowledge. Like if I'm calling out Ericsson and calling him sick in the head and he's messed up and he's a Luciferian, I believe he is, but is he? I believe he is, but is he? Is he aware? Did he know the day of, what was it, June the 12th, 2021, that he was going to fake a cardiac arrest? Did every player on the field know that? Did all the coaches know that? Did the medics know that? Did the medics know that? Where did they send him? They send him to an hospital. There's a photo of him doing that, which is the Freemason pose. A lot of them do the thumbs up, especially Donald Trump. Are they aware? Did he know at that point, okay, this is what's going to happen. 9 months later, you're going to play for your country and score against the Netherlands. You're going to sign for Brentford, the Bees. Did he know that? Or did he have no idea? I want some more answers, man. Hey, happy face, man, mate. I'm glad you're good, Colin. Good stuff. Hey, Miguel. Could be alien gods helping these sports stars. Very possible. There's got to be some supernatural element to all of this. There has to be. But then you've got the Illuminati bloodlines. They're connected to everything. Why do the numbers always go back to the Pope? Why him? Why the numbers involve Kobe so much? Why? Who are these people? Who were these people? Like Kobe. Is Kobe still alive? Is Kobe Miles Garrett? If he is, how did that happen? Because they look alike, they speak the same, the numbers all indicate it. And then today in NCAA, which is all coded as well, this is college. The game today with Kansas against Miami finishes with 126 points. Kobe died 126. This is Chad from my community who told me this. Kansas got their 113th tournament win. Kobe died 113 weeks ago. His name's 113. And then they improved to 4-1 head-to-head versus Miami. Kansas coach gets his 761st win and 761's the 135th prime. Kobe Bryant, 135, inducted into the NBA Hall of Fame, the 135th day of the year. Won 135 playoff games. Did he know at the beginning of his career that he was going to be playing for 20 years and then die in 2020? Did LeBron know that he was going to win the NBA the year Kobe died and win it on National Father Daughter Day and win it 4-2, which is a huge number with Freemasonry and with the Jesuits? That's why the World Cup final finished 4-2 to France, and the Jesuits were founded in France. When France lifted that World Cup, did they know at the beginning of the tournament they were winning it? Did they know that? If so, are these incredible actors when they cry when they win or lose or get angry? How's it being done at conference level? That Wrexham Dover game was 100% connected to coronavirus and the Pope. Why? Why did they fulfill these rituals? For what purpose? I'm just trying to figure it out in my head. So Adnan thinks the Queen's possibly already dead. I've said that. That's very possible. But again, if the Queen is already dead and somebody's playing the role of her, or it's AI or whatever it is, why? Why didn't they just say the Queen died? I don't know if she died 20 years ago. Why are they going to wait till maybe May the 20th? Why did they have Philip die at 99 on the 99th day of the year with 266 days left? Francis the 266th Pope. Why? Why is the Pope connected to the Queen? Why are people saying Francis is probably going to be the last ever Pope? Who's in charge of this realm that we live in? How much? We all have free will, I believe that. I'm not going to go with Decode Your Reality where he acts like we have very little say in our life. I disagree. I bought this chair today because I had a conversation with somebody and they inspired me to do it. I said, I'm going to go now. Otherwise, I'm not going to buy it. Who's doing this? Is it a big AI system? running this realm. Somebody told me the realm we're living in now is a replica of the original realm. That wouldn't shock me, that this is some sort of simulation, just like how we play video games, which is a replica of the life we live. But they're very similar now, aren't they? There's not much difference between watching a professional football game and FIFA. It's like watching the same thing. My mate Nathan messaged me today. We used to love watching football together. He can't watch it anymore like me. He's one of the few people that is in my situation with that. And he's like, it's just too posh now. It's too perfect. It's almost like WWE. It's like theater. And I see that now. And I don't like that about it. It's too staged. And I was like, yeah, and it's rigged. But I don't know who's rigging it. I always say it's the Jesuits and the Masons, because it was the Masons who founded the Football Association. But they can't be writing scripts every day in an office. This is what's going to go down. Magic has to be involved. And when it comes to the symbolism, these athletes mock us with symbolism. They mock us. I've done multiple videos on that, and it really agitates me that they're doing it with this. And I'm going to do a wrestling video next week. I've built up so much research. I'm going to do a wrestling video, WWE, the history of it. And I'm going to show you so many images that show you how satanic it is. And I think a lot of people are like that. But I'm just trying to get your guys' opinion, because people are starting to say to me, you think you know everything. No, I don't. No, I don't. Somebody recently said to me, again, I don't get upset about this stuff. Where is it? This guy. Somebody said I've got nothing better to do than talk bollocks. I don't know how I talk bollocks. And called me a weirdo. So I don't know why they're on my page looking at my stuff, but to say that I talk bollocks, most people, and I back up my thoughts better than most people. All right, what else we got? They're definitely using technology. They have to be, especially, I keep presenting on my Patreon these shots. There's magnets being used, but do the players know? When that guy gets the ball with 1.3 seconds on the clock, does he know, all right, just throw it towards the basket and it's in? What if they throw it towards him and he fumbles it and he doesn't catch it? How are players missing open goals and hitting the crossbar? You can't. I'm not having that you can do that. How did Rashford in Euro 2020 hit the outside of the post? Isn't that good enough to hit the outside of it? A couple of inches and it's a goal. Did he know he was going to miss, though? Like when Saka tested positive for COVID, all connected to Italy winning the Euros and then missing out on the World Cup. Did he know, all right, Saka, mate, you're going to test positive for COVID today? Or did he just take a test and it was positive? And it's like, okay, it is what it is. Did he even take a test? I don't know. Say a soul can be captured when the head is cut off the body. That's intense. You hear a lot about beheadings back in the day, the 1800s and stuff. Miles does not look like Kobe. I disagree with that. If you really look carefully, they do look alike. But again, it's opinion. It's more the numbers, but they look alike. Miles is incredible at basketball. They had him in the NBA All-Star game. Like, why? What mockery? But again, maybe not. Maybe they just look alike, sound alike, both love poetry, have the same dog. All the numbers sync up. Miles Garrett's number 95, isn't he? Huge number. Martin Luther King died on the 95th day of the year. On 95 dating emoji, pure. There's something big with that 95. Didn't your boy Kurt Cobain die on the 95th day of the year? That was all synced up to Dave Grohl. I was watching an interview with the Foo Fighters, and they're so feminine. I know a lot of people don't like me talking about this stuff. They get offended by it, but they're so feminine. And again, Dave Grohl is another one who always sits with his legs crossed. You start noticing these things. Just ask yourself how many of your mates sit with their legs crossed, and be honest with yourself. The world is a stage, a bunch of actors with from their God. So their God, is that the Baphomet? Satan? Are they, like, how aware are these people? How aware are they? I'd love to know. Like, we're just regular people. We don't know how this is being done. How many of them are under MK Ultra and Monarch mind control? I think the Disney stars, kind of feel sorry for them from like 5 or 6 years old. They're put in the spotlight and abused in so many ways. Like, they're not going to be like, I'll sell my soul for fame and fortune when they're 5, 6, 7. Maybe the parents do it. I don't know. And what else we got? I really think most of these players do not know. I'm getting at that point. I'm getting at that point, but I think you're going to tell me Brady has no idea, or LeBron, or Messi, or Ronaldo. They just have no idea. What if those people are not even freaking real? What if they are literally artificial intelligence or robots, so they don't even need to know? These rituals are too perfect. When they told us Brady threw for 201 yards in Super Bowl 55, did he? Was that a lie? Or did he throw exactly for that amount of yards? And is he really that good enough to do that? And why? Why have him get that 201? Why is 201 so big to the Jesuits? Why is the Jesuit order 201? Jorge Mario Bergoglio 201. Catherine the Great saved 201 Jesuits. Pope Francis resided in Suite 201. Man went to the moon on the 201st day of the year. Neil Alden Armstrong, first man on the moon, his name's 201. What is it? Is it because the numerology is 3? The magic number, 2 plus 0 plus 1? Why is 56 so big all of a sudden? Is it because 5 plus 6 is 11? I don't know. I don't know. Trying to study these numbers. Grassroots football is amazing. I completely agree with that. So is semi-professional. Miles shoots like Kobe. He dunks like Kobe. Yep, that's undeniable. You can't deny that. He shoots like him. He moves like him. And he dunks like him. It's funny that he plays for Cleveland, where LeBron was born as well, and LeBron's connected to Kobe. It was LeBron who overtook Kobe in the scoring charts the day before Kobe died. Did he die? Did he? Did 9 plus 7 others? 2 plus 7? 27, the ritual number? Did it happen? You just told me my internet connection's unstable. I think a lot of these celebrities are unstable. I'd love to know how their career started. Same. So a lot of people are saying Satan's behind this because it's his realm, which I feel like it is. I've told you, multiple people have told me we're living in hell, and that when you get to heaven, you're going to realize that. People say heaven and hell are on earth. I've said it myself. You have heavenly moments, hellish moments whilst you're here. And for these rituals to be fulfilled, do they need us? Do they need us to watch them, to fuel the energy? Like, would these rituals even be successfully performed without 60,000 people in the stadium? I don't know. But I just know these celebrities, like, a lot's getting revealed now about them. I think their empire's coming down. I really do. And it's just, who's behind that? Are they intentionally destroying the entertainment industry with this cancel culture thing? Because maybe if they get the New World Order, they don't need to distract the masses anymore. I've said that. If they get the New World Order, they don't need pro sports or Hollywood or Netflix or anything, because they won't need to distract the masses if they get what they want. I think it'll be too late by then if they fulfill exactly what they want. I've said I think they're not going to achieve it. I think there is a global awakening. I think there is a consciousness shift and consciousness reality. I really do believe that. But the next few years are going to be absolutely wild. I really want to get to England in September. I want to see my family. I want to see my close friends. I want to meet every single patron of mine who's from England, Scotland, Wales, or Ireland. I want to meet them. I want to buy them a drink. I want to hear their story. I think that'll be absolutely incredible moment in my life and for everybody who's going to be there. And who knows if there's people from Europe that follow me. I know they are. Get on a flight. Let's go for dinner. Let's have a few drinks. Let's have a night out. and just speak and tell each other our stories, our unique stories, and how we're connected, how we're all connected. We're even connected to these people I call out. We're connected to them because we're all part of this same universe. Like, nobody's born evil. I'm not even sure I like the word evil. If Satan is running this realm, he manipulates people. He takes advantage of the weak. He takes advantage of the greedy and those with big egos. That's why I work on my ego every day. I'm still a little bit cocky at times, but nowhere near as cocky as I used to be. And a lot of people saying, well, if God's real, why did he let Satan do this and have wars and famine and viruses and this? If you read the Bible carefully, you'd understand why. And I keep saying God's within us, within all of us. These footballers know if they follow the script and give their emotional energy to the gods, they will be rewarded. Again, the celebrations, they tell you who they're worshiping, who they're thanking. And a lot of the time when these people get awards, they say, I want to thank God for this. Who is their God? Is it Satan? Why does my water taste like dirt? Give me a second. I'm putting this in a different glass. I don't know what's going on with this water. All right. It's a little bit better. I don't know what that was. It tasted like shit. Still not great. Still not great. Okay. What else have we got here? Because I mainly just want to see your comments here. There was a prediction that Camilla was going to take over as president on March 25th, 2022. It was a very solid numerological case. It didn't happen, but the video was amazing. I wish you guys could see it. Yeah, I put it this way. I've done so many predictions that I've missed out. I know that. I'm aware of that. Especially like sports, you think you've nailed the code and you haven't. But this is fun, guys, as well. Being a detective and putting numbers together, trying to solve cases or rituals or question history and all of that. I enjoy doing all of that. People who say gematria is a waste of time and that it's a load of bullshit and it's just random numbers, they don't understand it. I don't fully understand it. That they haven't seen what I've seen with it and done what I've done with it. I get at the beginning why people dismiss it because they're oblivious to it. I don't know how it works. I think it's perfect because they control time. That's very interesting. Yeah, if they control time, they can do whatever they want. But is time an illusion? Is it? Is time a social construct? Are we not always living in the present moment? Is there such thing as the past and the future? I don't know. It's all very interesting. Before Yilmaz's penalty, Ronaldo was spotted showing his goalkeeper that he'd shoot the penalty high over the bar, and that happened. Ronaldo then walked away during the penalty like he knew. Okay, are these people magicians? Is Ronaldo a magician? There's got to be some clues in movies, guys. I know they've given us clues like with the Matrix and stuff like that, but is that a trap telling us we live in a simulation as well? Is that a trap? I don't know. What is this realm that we're living in? What's the purpose of it? I think it's a spiritual journey of awakening, of building your spirit, and then you go back to the spirit world. That's where I'm at right now. It may change. And a lot of people dismiss the power of the spirit, the Holy Spirit within us. Like, I think that's pretty undeniable. And that's why we have so many atheists, guys. So many of them. Like, it's clear right now what they want is, I don't know, socialism. They want to control every aspect of our life. And why is it? Is it because they just hate humanity? Is it just greed? Is it ego? Is it they have all this money now, they need something else? Because they say once you get a certain amount of money, you no longer, like, money doesn't make you happy. Like, you get a certain amount where you're incredibly comfortable. you're looking for something else. You're looking for power, for influence. So if this is just these 13 Illuminati bloodlines, which people think it is, who own the banking system, the pharmaceutical industries, they own education, professional franchises, what have they got against humanity, and why do they hate us so much? Why do they look down upon us? Are they a different species? I know YouTube and commercials now are really pushing extraterrestrials and aliens. Every commercial, it seems, is that now that I'm watching. I'm like, why they're pushing this now? Is it legit? Is it 50-50? Usually what they do, they sprinkle the truth with lies, and then you just get confused and don't know what to believe. Then you have half the world believing one thing, half believing the other, which is what they want. Or is that just duality? Paparazzi might know everything. Their editors definitely know. They approve the photoshopping of MTFs and FTM photos. I agree with that. A lot of people hate me talking about FTMs. I've lost Patreons. People message me saying, I loved your work, but now you've done that, I can't support you anymore. I'm like, okay, I'm just doing my best to reveal deception. I don't get why it upsets people so much. I don't know why people can't just disagree with something and move on. Why they have to get so offended and then walk away. I don't get that, but good luck to them. Why do you think Grealish and Rice decide to play for England instead of Ireland? I'm trying to figure that out as well. All I know is they really pushed Declan Rice, who's a very average footballer, in my opinion, and now they're saying that he's like one of the best in the world, Declan Rice, in his position. He just runs basically and plays 5-yard passes. I'm not a huge fan of him, never have been. And he wears that 41 jersey, which is a powerful, powerful, powerful number, the number 41. Why him? And in regards to Grealish, it's so ridiculous that the last game of the season in the Premier League, right? Again, who's doing this? It's going to be Man City against Villa. Grealish is a legend at Villa. He went to Man City. And then you have Gerrard coaching Villa, who's a Liverpool legend. And Liverpool are playing. Looks like this whole season is going to go down to the wire. Like, is Grealish going to be involved? Is he going to score the winner for City? Is he going to get sent off or something? Is he going to miss a sitter and Liverpool win? Is freaking Gerrard going to come on? Is Gerrard going to come on for Villa after 97 minutes and score the winner for Villa so Liverpool win it? And Gerrard never won a league with Liverpool, but he helped them win the league today. What a beautiful story. I can't be doing with that. I'm done with pro sports, and that upset people on my Patreon. They left me for that. I said, I have no interest in professional sports anymore. I just want to reveal ritual. I don't care if Liverpool or Man City win the league. I don't care. Because it's not ability. It's not about ability at this point. It isn't. I freaking wish it was. I have days where I sometimes wish I didn't know what I know. Because I did get so much joy from like the Premier League and stuff. So much. I can't watch it now. If I watch a minute, I just cringe. I cringe. I don't like talking about it with people anymore. Because it's all ritual. And whether these players know it or not, that's up for debate. Whether they know it, and the agents know it, and the coaches know it, and the owners know it, that's up for debate. Absolutely. But the numbers I present daily, they're not a debate, in my opinion, because I've done too many now, and I don't get how I know this, how I've acquired this knowledge in less than 2 years, and how these celebrities are not aware of it. Why do the celebrities never talk about gematria or numerology? Ever. It's clearly pretty goddamn sacred. The Kabbalah, I guess Madonna's mentioned the Kabbalah. She's mentioned it, but when she talks about the Kabbalah, people don't know what the Kabbalah is and don't care enough to look into the Kabbalah. She's actually said that she's part of that cult. But are they all oblivious? Is gematria some sort of psyop to distract us? I don't think so. There's plenty of other psyops that distract us. Like, I feel like this knowledge is out there and there's no stopping it from being revealed. And only a certain amount of people are going to access it and accept it. I think everything out there in the world is available to us. And depending on how you see the world is what access you have to getting the information. It's all there, but I just think gematria at this point, I always say it's sacred. I say my work's undeniable. People say, oh, you're so arrogant for saying that word undeniable, but can you argue with a date duration? I don't think you can. I don't think you can if you truly believe in the calendar and stuff. Do you think Sharon Davis is MTF? She's calling out trans swimmer. Probably. It'd be so typical for a trans to call out a trans for being a trans. And again, if they're doing that, why? I know the Baphomet has both genitalia. I know all of that. You see in the image. I know it's destroying what's organic. Like God created you to be male or female or whatever, and changing that is going against the organic creation. They want to destroy anything that's pure, but why? So many whys. Like, why did they tell us man went to the moon and we haven't gone back since? They said that they damaged the technology or whatever. Is that so we all believe in space? Is space even a legit thing? NASA's a load of bullshit. How much money do they take from us every year through tax? For NASA, like for what? I don't know. Let's keep reading this. Let's read these comments. There's quite a lot, really. Wow, there's loads. All right, where am I? Okay, let me go here. Argentina was going on a winning streak. Now they've reached 30 on the 22nd game, which was against Brazil. But game did stop after 10 minutes, so I think Brazil and Argentina play the World Cup final. Didn't Di Maria score the winning goal in the Copa America final after 22 minutes as well? That master number. 22 is really, really, really big. That master builder number. So you think Argentina, Brazil? When was the last time there was an all South American final? When did that happen? Maybe you should look into that. I still think England are winning it. I'm sticking with England. I'd say my order is England, Argentina, and then Brazil. But you gotta. It wouldn't even shock me if they let a dog shit team win it. Imagine Qatar wins it, then it's definitely all magic. And I wonder why African teams struggle in the World Cup so often. They're the best athletes in the world, Africans. They're the best athletes in the world, in my opinion. Do you think that they're told to do these celebrations which have a double meaning, meaning the players really don't know and are doing these celebrations without knowing the true meaning? I think they know. I think they know when it comes to symbolism what they're doing. Especially if the Freemasons, they learn all about symbolism and secret handshakes and all of that. I think they know what they're doing with the celebrations. Did the agents say this is how you got to celebrate? Maybe. Are they completely innocent in all of this? Like a lot of people tell me. They have no idea. Am I just jealous of these celebrities? No, but are they in any way aware of what they're doing? I think they have to be. I believe they are. But the stuff that goes on in the field, they're not responsible for it. They're not. Do you remember when Pedro Mendes stuck it from the halfway line for Spurs against Man United, against Roy Carroll, and it hit the crossbar and went over the line, and then they said it didn't? I think Pedro Mendes knew he was, all right, Pedro, you're going to ping it from the halfway line, hit the underside of the crossbar, it's going to go in, but Carroll's going to palm it out, and we're going to say no goal. No. No. Well, I don't think so. Can't watch any big sports. It's political, the propaganda and advertising. It is programming. Professional sports are political. I wrote about it in my book. Very political. You can think about Kaepernick taking the knee. Premier League pushing Black Lives Matter. Them all taking the knee. The rainbow flag. for the LGBTQ community. They're pushing the Ukraine war. Like, does Zinchenko know he's being used? Did Yarmolenko know he was going to score that winner against Sevilla? Or is he completely oblivious to it? Why do these pro athletes and celebrities get paid so much money? Do they get paid that amount of money? Is it all just bullshit? Just throwing out numbers? Why do they throw out these numbers? Why do they lie to us about everything in the media? Why? Is it to keep their control? Is this just a group of families that have mastered psychology and they don't want to lose what they have? Do they know where the world's going to be in the next 10 years? Are they time travel saying, which would not shock me? This gives you a massive advantage if you can time travel. Technology is another one I heard. Well, that's online. They tell you how that works with the technology with the balls. That's all online when you study that with the basketball and the football and everything. The self-appointed elite probably have antidotes for everything. I can see that. Adrian, exactly why he was skeptical. So referring to how are these rituals done, like how does a guy ping it in the top corner from 50 yards? You can't just say that's what you're gonna do. Like when LeBron got his 56-point game, did he know at the beginning he was getting that? LeBron said in an interview that he feels like an actor in a Hollywood movie when he plays basketball and he's the star. Was that soft disclosure? Are they under MK Ultra when they're playing? The movie script is already being made. All the actors do is act it out. But are they aware that they're acting? Like in Hollywood, they're aware that they're acting. Are these pro athletes actors more than athletes? Athletic actors? Soul never dies. We become one with everything and it's spectacular. I agree with that. Okay, yeah, someone made a really good point. Ben Hur, he said, it can't just be the fans because of COVID, teams were playing in empty stadiums and they were still performing, which is a good point. But there's still millions of people watching these games online, on their TV screen. Somebody said to me today, they're like, oh, Lucian, just because you have a TV, you're still being indoctrinated. I was like, listen, I don't have TV, I don't watch movies, I don't have Netflix, I don't watch professional sports, so I'm a lot less indoctrinated than the people doing all those things. Have I completely got rid of social media? No. Do I go on it often? No. I've got YouTube where I speak my truth. I go on Instagram about 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day. I don't have Facebook. All right, Donald J. Trump in all 4 of the base ciphers sums to 441. He gave a rally yesterday in Georgia at the old drag strip off Highway 441. I felt like Trump picked the location for that reason. They have this sacred knowledge. But was it Trump that selected that? I think so. Ronaldo has to know. That's what somebody's saying. That's the way the world is in the 2020s, the third decade of the 21st century. We're definitely in a new world, a different realm at this point that we're living in. It is like a virtual reality. I honestly don't think it has anything to do with the ball itself because some people were able to bring them home when they shot out of the stadium. Not anymore. I know in the NBA, you're not allowed to take the ball home with you. But maybe there's definitely commercials promoting basketballs having batteries inside of them. You can look it up. So you've got people from Poland in the chat, people from Birmingham, people from Texas, people from Australia. This is amazing. Dublin. I'm glad whoever asked that question, where you're from, that's nice. I told you that countries are social constructs that we've all accepted, to be honest, to create more divide. Magic, influence in the game, predetermined outcome maybe. Do they flip scripts? I'm going off topic now. Do they flip the script? Is Vegas the number one aspect to this? Like, a lot of people tell me that. However good your code is, however amazing your code is, if X amount of money is on one team, they're going to flip it. How legit do you think that is? I'd love to know. I've had moments where I think there's not a chance they flip scripts. It's completely like ritualistic, or it's all the universe, it's AI system, they can't flip it. It is what it is. It's going to play out. Sometimes we get the code right perfectly. Sometimes we get it completely wrong. Do they flip it? Do they flip the spread bets? Why is there so many late goals or late winning points in these sports? Who's determining that? Is it just to take our energy or money? But I think energy is more important. Money's currency. Currency is connected to energy. So the Kamala thing had something to do with 222. Well, it is a big number. I was able to say 2022 would be chaotic because order out of chaos is 222. I said there would be a war, said there would be an economic crash. I said loads of stuff. I've said in the next 5 years, pro sports won't exist as we know it. Again, we'll see. We'll have to tune in for that. Predictions like that, we won't know for a while. I hope to God in 5 years that I still have a platform and they've not completely changed the laws with the internet. Like, do you think that, do you believe in God? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely believe in God, the creator, 100%. I don't believe everything in the Bible. I think it's been rewritten, but I believe in God. I believe in ascending and consciousness and helping your fellow man. And I don't believe God's just going to come and save us, though. I think we have to save ourselves collectively. I think that's the whole challenge of this situation we're going through now. Do you guys think, so I'm not vaccinated, never am going to be. Do you think in 6 months when I want to go visit my friends and family in England, do you think I'll be going? In the chat, just put a percentage. Like, I know a lot can happen, that they could pull out a new variant out of their ass, they could do whatever, vaccine passports, whatever. Do you think in 6 months that I'm going to be able to be in England? Or do you think I'm done now? I'd love your opinion on that. How do we save ourselves, Fernando? You find yourself. In order to save yourself, you have to find yourself, and you find yourself from within. Spirit's within you. That's what we are, spirits, not just some human being cruising around flesh and blood. This is not a battle with flesh and blood. This is a spiritual war right now. And they know that. They know that. So how did I find myself? So I've always been a self-confident guy and been very fortunate in life. Never really questioned God, never really questioned finding myself. I was just happy with who I was. How do I find myself now? I question everything. I believe in God. I believe in consciousness. I believe in serving other people. I believe in knowledge and have a burning passion to learn every day. A lot of people learn because they have to pass a test or whatever it may be. I learn because I have so much passion for learning. Somebody said 56% chance of me getting to England. That's hilarious. Somebody said 50. It's a flip of a coin. Somebody said 99% you'll find a way. Lady Hawk, 99. What a huge number that is. I did a post recently about number 9 and Happy Face Man loved it. Just learning about these numbers. He really loves the number 9. He said it connects to consciousness and meditation and finding yourself. I'm going to start learning about the chakras and stuff like that. I think it's really important. Like the crown chakra. That's why we have coronavirus. Then you've got chakras like in your throat, for example. So I'm going to learn about that. Just keep learning, I guess. 66%, 33. Me and my mate, Pill Monkey, we've been going back and forth with audios today, and almost every audio was 33%. And he said he's going to watch my live tomorrow. I said, what a way to start the day watching The Illusion tomorrow morning. He's gone to bed early today. We're basically the same person, me and that guy. Played football at high level. We had our awakenings at similar times. And we just see the world the same way. It's like we're from the same spirit, like the same person when I talk to him. It's amazing. That again, so how did I find this guy? How did he find me? How did people find me on Patreon and YouTube? Like, although there's people, very rare, I would say it's 1 out of 100 at this point. The people who find me on YouTube and criticize me, how did they even find me? And why are they there? And why do they keep watching videos? Like, they watch 1, okay, I hate that. Maybe I'll watch 2, but why are they watching 10, 20 and still hammering me? I don't get that. Unless it's cognitive dissonance. I don't know. But who's this? Okay, no, a friend of mine is just about to go to dinner. The third eye video you posted on Patreon was fantastic. Thank you. I might even watch that again, because that stuff really is amazing to me. Just learning about the third eye, the pineal gland, how it's been hidden from us. The pineal gland's here, guys, the third eye. That's the pyramid, in my opinion. And that's why the eye is at the top of the pyramid on the dollar bill. I think the pyramid's your eye, which has been hidden from us, the third eye. We're all using basically 66.6% of our eyes, in my opinion. There's 3. And we're only using 2/3. 2 divided by 3 is 0.6666, all of that. So I'm trying to find that. I feel like I'm finding it. Like, my whole reality has just completely flipped. I'm not money driven, never have been really. I'm not money driven. I don't care about any capacity about professional sports now. I used to be obsessed with them. I used to have a giant ego. I used to fear death. Don't fear anything anymore. And I'm being serious when I say that. How else have I changed on this journey? I was not that bothered about acquiring knowledge. I only learned things when I felt I had to learn them. Now I'm looking into things I don't necessarily need to know. I'm more curious than I've ever been. I think curiosity is incredibly powerful, and it gets destroyed. So does our imagination through indoctrination. How is this journey, the illusion equals 56? What cipher? What cipher? The world we live in is an illusion. These people know that. And just so you know, Agent D, I think you probably already know this if you've been following my work. I gave myself that name. I didn't even give myself that name. It was never my name. I was writing a book. I called it The Illusion. I didn't even mean that name to be mine. It was for the book, because society is an illusion. And then I was like, okay, I'll set up a channel, The Illusion. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool name, especially with the stuff I'm going to present. And I think it fits with me. I didn't put it in the gematria calculator. Like, people think I did this, that I randomly came across gematria and wrote a book and then called it The Illusion. It was the other way. I didn't know what gematria was when I was writing the book at all. I had no real respect for numbers at all. People think I've been doing this for 10, 20 years. I've always loved numbers. I haven't. I was good at math, never enjoyed it. Never really cared about numbers. But I absolutely love how they're connected with letters, because I've always cared about letters and words and the English language. Netvoid, love this girl. Absolute legend. Netvoid and I, and Chigozi, another person who's a wonderful soul, think we're going to do a live together on Independence Day, July the 4th. I know Netvoid loves certain dates. I like that about her. She really has a genuine love and passion for numbers and for knowledge and for ascending. She's great. One of the few women in this community that I'm aware of. I would really wish there were more. And I'm seeing more in my chat now and on my Patreon, which is amazing. Because I've said typically women and have no interest in numbers or math, usually. I remember at school, the people who were best at math, they were guys. The engineers are guys. Most architects are guys. That's just the way it is. I hope that changes, to be honest. Something crazy, you know, a girl who once asked me out has all the numbers of Ritual, but I never went out with her, and I really started to regret it last few months. You don't want to go through your life with regrets, do you? Like, I take a lot of chances now. It's why I lived in England, moved to the US. Now I live in Mexico. A lot of people said to me, "Don't leave England. You're playing a decent level of football. You're teaching PE. You've got a beautiful girlfriend. You've got a great family. Why would you leave?" I'm gonna go and just see how it goes. I was supposed to go for the summer to LA to coach summer camps. I stayed there like in the US for like 7 years. And then when I moved to Mexico, everyone said, "Why would you leave California? This, that, and the other. Why would you go to Mexico, a developing country?" Well, I got out of California at the right time because California is going downhill. Practically everyone who lives there now wants to leave. So I got out at the right time. God bless the universe. A lot of them want to move to Mexico now. It's funny how things change. It's funny how things change. So, yeah, I try and avoid regrets. Or when you really start believing everything happens for a reason, you don't really have them. Maybe you wasn't supposed to meet her. Or can you get in touch with her now? Maybe today's the day that you're meant to meet her. Give her a call now if you have her number. Say, "Hey, I'd love to meet you for a drink." It's hard to turn down a free drink. I believe all elite players are given several options in their contract. Remember con? We know that prefix to con people. Like for Grealish, he will have an option to score the crucial goal versus his old team to consider the trophy, for example. Wow. Somebody's saying that I'm Aleister Crowley. Oh, no, the illusionist equals Aleister Crowley. Aleister Crowley, if you don't know about him, he's a black magician from England. Do as thou wilt. Basically, do whatever you want and have no remorse or regrets for your actions. Very dangerous way to live your life, but in some aspects, it's pretty cool way. It's finding balance, isn't it? You can't do whatever you want, I don't think. The world would be chaotic if people did whatever they wanted and got whatever they wanted. But Crowley, again, was he possessed by the devil? Was this just a regular guy, or did he get possessed? The Foo Fighters drummer who starred in the movie Studio 666, and it was all about band members dying, and then shortly after he dies, like, that has to be soft disclosure that demons are involved. If he did die. That's the thing. If he did die, I wish I didn't have to question that. I wish when I decoded somebody's death without sounding awful, that they did die. So it was just legit. Okay, these are the numbers. This guy did die. It's like, did they die? Are they coming back, playing a different role? I don't know. Because, let me check something. I think Shakespeare said something about how people play multiple roles or something on the world stage. Like multiple roles. It's like, what did he mean by that? And who was Shakespeare? Miles Garrett gets you 56. That's not how you spell it though. It's double T. So Net Void, like my 1776 video. Thank you. Yeah, that work with the 1776 with the 3 massive connections. That's what I say is undeniable. Like, come on, like the Illuminati were founded a few months before the US Declaration of Independence was signed. You've got to put 2 and 2 together and be like, okay, the US was founded by the Illuminati. Like, is that not obvious? What are the chances of that? What are the chances of that? And I've said this, if they want a new world order, which it's clear that they do, if you keep up with like the World Economic Forum and what George Bush Sr. said, and a lot of these politicians have talked about a new world order, a global reset. It's what they want. It's just, are they going to get it? Are they going to achieve it? Do they know they're going to achieve it? And I said, if they want a new world order, they have to destroy the old world order. And the US in our lifetime has been the most dominant country in the world financially, and it's getting destroyed right now. You can just tell speaking to Americans who just want to get out, their soul's telling them something's not right with the US. So they're going to destroy, the US is going to get destroyed in our lifetime, destroyed, burnt down. But maybe that's a good thing, because I think the Illuminati founded it. Got their little Statue of Liberty worshipping Lucifer. People just don't get that. Liberty, guys, is liberty is technically freedom, isn't it? Which is similar to do whatever you want, like Crowley said. No, Miguel, my pleasure for the advice. I like to give out advice. Again, I'll give out advice about multiple different things, but it's just advice. It's the same with my sports decodes. It's advice, it's tips, it's recommendations. You've got to find your own truth. But I'll give people advice as often as I can. Too stranger than fiction. Yeah, somebody said, is stranger than fiction a shill? Don't know who he is, but that's up to you to decide. I don't know. What would make you feel like he or she was a shill? Shills for me have a massive following. The content's like highly produced, like a lot of production to it. And they'll feed you truth and a lot of bullshit. Like, I usually can see through, but I accused Zach Hubbard of being a shill, didn't I? But that was when I was pretty naive. I accused him of being one. But whether he is or isn't, I think this is how we have to take it. What information are they presenting, and what can we get from that information, and how can we grow from that information? Because these shills, as we call them, they do give you truth. The likes of Ike, Russell Brand, they give you truth. But oh my God, they lie to you and they deceive you. If these people are inverted and stuff like that I talk about, are they even aware that they're inverted? If it was from birth, like as babies, are they even aware of it? Do some of them, does it happen in adulthood? I don't know how it works. I don't know much about how the surgeries go down, but I don't know. I don't know a lot of things. I think there are different levels of sacrifice. Some do die, and most come back as another character on the world stage after not dying. I think the real impactful people in society don't die when they say they die. I think the average person, I said the D-lister, the E-lister, they're getting taken out. But why does Satan need their energy? Why does he feed off them? Can he not survive without it? Like we can't survive without food. Satan can't survive without the energy and sacrifice of others. And who the hell created God and Satan anyway? Oh my God, this is too much for Sunday. Who even created God and Satan? The classic thing, if God created the world, who created God? Like, oh my God. I'm not going to ever ask that question when I've had a few cheeky beers inside of me. My word. USA equals 4-1. USA, again, the three-worded abbreviation, which I always talk about. They love three-worded abbreviations. There's something with that number 3. Adam, are you familiar with Matthew Nicholson's? No. I think there was a kid at my school called Matthew Nicholson. But if this guy's some sort of YouTuber, I don't know. I don't know many YouTubers. I watch a few people. I sub to a few people. I still occasionally listen to music. I think I'm sub to like Muse and The Killers or something. But I don't think they're bringing out recent music. Zach is a thief of information. I don't know. Maybe not. Practically everything we present in an essence has been presented already before. Certain things, no. I feel like I found stuff. Like I feel like nobody's found this. But maybe they have. Certain numbers that I've put together. But again, at least Zach is putting out information daily. Again, I don't speak to him much. Don't know much about him. People love him, hate him. You're very rarely in between with him. I'm in between with him at this point. I don't love him or hate him. But daily he's putting out solid information, in my opinion. Whether he's stealing it or not, That's for him to know. But I've had conversations with Zach, and it's me and Zach. There's nobody telling him what to say, and they were pretty decent conversations. I don't know how much he needs to steal people's work. I don't know. But you decide who you like, who you don't like. That's on you. Souls are the devil's form of currency. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's how powerful the soul is. If the devil needs the soul to function. So I always say, work on your soul, work on your spirit, work on your consciousness, work on just avoiding propaganda. That really does help. Look up loosh in the Urban Dictionary. All right, let's have a look. Loosh. Oh, guys, this chair is like amazing. Thank you to Kathy who inspired this. Okay, loosh. New Age term applied to energy produced by human beings that other entities use to feed from. Oh my word, this makes so much sense. It's also used to refer to the energy that is produced by suffering that entities feed. Wow, so thank you. The more suffering, the more energy these entities get. So it makes sense to have the mainstream promote negativity 90% of the time or more. Deaths, mourning, viruses, limiting what we can do, not letting people go to nursing homes. The energy they're taking from us watching sports games, let's stop doing that. So that energy doesn't go to these entities. If we stop watching the media, we won't know half of the bullshit they're presenting to us. They need our energy, these entities. Loosh, baby. Loosh. Wow, it's really hitting. I keep referring to energy and frequency, vibration, all of that, trying to figure it all out. And each passing day, I feel like I'm figuring it out more and more. Let's stop giving our energy to negativity and let's give it to positivity. I've said it's like the vampires. Shine light on the vampire. They hate it. They operate in the darkness. Oh, I just got goosebumps. Not with what I said. If people say, oh, you're so cocky, you talk and you give yourself goosebumps. No. Imagine we put our energy towards positivity. Like most people put their energy towards the job they don't like, towards rigged sports, towards politics. Why don't you put your energy in finding truth and in working out and learning new skills? Oh, man. Thank you for that. No, Zach stole someone else's years of hard work and passed it on as if it was his own. I witnessed it for myself. I'm really sorry if that's the case. Again, I can only say what I know of him at this point, and I like the work that he does. If he's stolen it, that sucks, but I don't know. And I'm going to try to see the positive in what he does. Maybe God and Satan came at the same time. Well, God and Satan in gematria, they both get you that 10. And I'm seeing 10 everywhere. So they also get you the 55, which is the 10th Fibonacci and triangular number. So God and Satan, are they one of the same? Are they enemies? Are they brothers like Cain and Abel? Do they need each other like Batman and Joker? Like again, Batman and Joker, who actually is the good guy? Batman or Joker? Star Wars, people always talk about. I never got into Star Wars with Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. I never got into sci-fi movies, which are not really even fiction at this point, it seems. God and Satan. Whew. If you had to pick a side, I'm going God. If you had to pick a side, I think Satan will give you whatever you want to an extent in this realm, but he owns you. It's not really yours. I think the only thing that's truly yours in this realm is your spirit. It's the only thing that's yours, and that's the thing Satan wants the most. So all the other stuff is technically an illusion. Sorry, I'm going in deep thought here because I'm really trying to figure this out. What we're doing here, what's our purpose? Can we ascend? Is there a different realm? Is there afterlife? Do we just keep coming back, like people say, like a video game? Do we just die and that's it? Bye, Adam, you're done. Good innings. I don't think that. That's something I really feel strongly about. Like, you don't just die and you disappear and you're gone. That's something I feel strongly about. Not because I'm scared of that. So if you die, you die. It is what it is. And again, with your death date, has it already been decided at birth that somebody's going to go at this time? Has that already been predetermined? I don't really want to get too deep into that, but it's crazy. I know if somebody asked me, like, if you could find out when you're going to die, would you want to know? No way. Absolutely not. What about you guys? Would you want to know your death date? Would you want to know that? Or do you like the mysterious aspects of it all? Yes, all famous people say they feed off the energy of the crowd. Yeah, you hear that a lot. We need you guys. We need your energy. Oh, there's so much energy in the stadium today. Again, I've told you about fans. It's like a battery. One group of fans leave positive, the other one negative, just like a battery. You get charged to enter, charged, which is connected to electricity. You have a match. These are matches. Again, think of friction with a match. It's wild, really. How can the only creator have a creator? That's a good point. I don't know. How can... So we have a creator. He just... Oh, God. I don't want to get into this, to be honest. I don't know. The creator just is majestic and just is there. Has always been there. Just him or her or it, and then decided to build this beautiful universe. I don't know. Who was doing this before Zach on YouTube? I don't think anyone, as far as I'm aware. I think he was the first one to have a YouTube channel. I don't know. I think that's the case. When I was younger, I prayed for Satan. You did? Why? Like, in a good way, like trying to help him? Satan's an angel, or at least Lucifer is. I don't think anyone's 100% evil in the world. Do you think our lives are scripted as well? Because I've been able to decode some events in my life and it's crazy. Yes, there's an organic element. We all have a code. I think it's like we have a certain path in life, but there's multiple ways you can get to the destination of achieving it. I don't think you just go down a road and that's your life. I think you have an element of free will to it. I think that does come down to your spirit. And maybe the closer you get to your consciousness and God, he looks out for you a little bit more and protects you a little bit more than those who are not close to him. But that could be completely wrong. I don't know how it works with reincarnation and if you get punished for your previous acts from other lives and stuff like that people believe in. I don't know. Don't really like the idea. Guys, there's 55 in the live and 35 likes, and Satan gets you 55 and 35. I'm currently 35. Guys, I turn 36 soon, and 666 is the 36 triangular number. Let's see what happens when I go turn 36. I don't know about that. Hi, Adam. Hey, Anna. Hello, Anna. 2 smiley faces. Like Anna, she won't just give you 1 smiley face. She'll have to give you 2. A double. Hope you're well, Anna. Hope you're well. We're having some deep conversation here. So Anna, she probably won't mind me sharing a story. I won't go too deep into it. She's pretty young. She's going to have an amazing future. and she lives in the US, but she said since she was a little girl, she wanted to live in Europe. She believes she belongs in Europe, in particular Spain, and she's got Spanish relatives. So she's trying to figure out whether she wants to go live in Europe, live her dream, that's hers, or stay in the US. And she knows in her soul and her spirit that she belongs in Europe. And I could tell by speaking to her. So she's going to go there and she's going to do incredible, and she's going to go on an adventure. She doesn't exactly know what she's going to do, who she's going to become, but that's beautiful. That's when you sometimes have to trust the universe. But what she does have, she knows what she wants. And very few people in this world know what they want. They don't know what they want. They just do what the system tells them to do. She knows what she wants. She's going to achieve it, and she's going to have an amazing time, and she's going to deserve it. She's a really, really amazing girl. So thank you, Anna. I'm not going to keep calling you out to be amazing all the time, but I'll just say what feels right. I always rave on about Lady Hawk, how incredible she is with her words. I always rave on about Chigozi and Net Void and multiple other people. I can't say thank you to all of you, but I think practically everyone who supports my work are just amazing people, not just for supporting my work at all. You're just beautiful souls who care about humanity and not just yourself. And you're curious. You ask questions. And you should never, ever, ever stop asking questions at all. So RD's name equals to Satan, 5535, and I was born on the 216th day of the year. Wow. 6 times 6 times 6, 216. But again, let's try and get it out of our head that 666 is a bad number, because it's the number of a man. God made man on the 6th day. 6 neurons, electrons, protons, whatever it is. So my life path number 6. I'm not going to always say 6 is a bad number. I'm not having that anymore. I used to fall for that. I don't think it is. And then 6 times 3 is 9. No. Yeah, 6 plus 3 is 9, and 6 times 3 is 18, and 1 plus 8 is 9. 3, 6, and 9, just incredibly powerful numbers, like Tesla told us. So Lady Hawk prayed for Satan, hoping that Satan would return to God, apologize, and stop being evil. Again, a lot of people find it difficult to apologize. It's the stubbornness and the ego. A lot of people, one thing I've got a little bit better at is saying I was wrong. Listen, my bad, I was wrong. I could never accept being wrong in the past. I could never accept losing in the past at anything, because I'm ultra competitive, as a lot of people know. But I've calmed down with that now. I can take a loss. I know it's part of my growth. You can't always win. Life can't always be perfect. You wouldn't appreciate it. And that's the reality. If everything was always easy. Again, I was speaking to Anna. I said, you don't want everything to be easy. She was like, well, easy is nice sometimes. And she was right. Sometimes easy is great. Sometimes you just want an easygoing day. You just want things to just cruise. But I like to be challenged now. I like to be pushed, because that makes me grow. It's no different to when you go into the gym, when you just getting that rep out that you've never got out before, and you finally get it. You're getting a little bit stronger, and then it becomes a little bit easier, but in a good way, because you've earned that. Again, like now I have this knowledge of gematria and many other things now. I'm not just good with numbers. I've studied astrology, numerology, symbolism, history. It's up to you what you believe in regards to history. All sorts of stuff. So when I now sit down and debate people, I feel like, ask me anything, because I've acquired a lot of knowledge at this point. Ask me anything. And I think that's beautiful. Kabbalah is black magic craft. The energy behind the numbers help manifest their reality, in my opinion. Andy Pandy is a really smart guy, man. Andy Pandy, 33. I had my awakening at 33. And I was born on 33 day numerology. And Jesus died at 33 on April the 3rd, we're told. How did Jesus Christ die? April the 3rd, 4-3, and Jesus Christ is 43 in Gematria. That baffles me. Lucifer's 43 as well. But I do agree that these numbers have energy to them. And that energy can manifest and create our reality. That's why they throw the same numbers out all the time. Like, I did a video recently and I found this to be mind-blowing. So 1 month and 13 days, the 113, I always talk about the number of deception, 113. 1 month and 13 days is 5 weeks and 6 days, which is that 56. And 5 weeks and 6 days is 41 days. And I'm always raving on about 113, 56, and 41, and they all connect in regards to time durations. And I was like, what? And then I'm like, wait, Kobe Bryant gets you 113 and 41, and 1 month and 13 days is 41 days, which is 5 weeks and 6 days. LA wins Super Bowl 56. LA gets you 41 in Gematria. I'm like, who put together this code? Like, the Super Bowl being in Los Angeles on 213 and LA's dialing code is 213. Is that just man? Is that a group of men? Is that Pope Francis in the Vatican going, smoking on a cigar, doing the devil horns, going, okay, we're going to have Super Bowl 56 in LA this year and they're going to beat the Bengals? No. Not at all. But is Francis, who I talk about more than anyone, the Pope, is he 100% aware of what's going on, or is he possessed? Or is he a good guy like he portrays? Clearly he isn't. When you really look into the guy, whoever he is. Satan still has free will. I think we all do. It's funny how we call it free will, and I always talk about the number 3. 3 and 3 sound very similar, don't they? I think you might be a Freemason. So somebody's calling me out to be a Freemason here. Let me read this comment. I think you might be a Freemason the way you are hating on Italian Childs after exposing Freemasonry and hating on Christianity. I don't hate Christianity at all. I don't believe you need to go to church to find God. I do believe that religion is a control tool. Don't technically like the term Christianity. But I'm definitely not a Freemason, brother or girl, whoever you are. I've been called worse things than a Freemason, though. All right, somebody's asking me, what would you do if you didn't know you dated a bloke? I'd be like, really? Depends. Dating a bloke's one thing. Doing something else with that bloke is another one. 56 in the live, that's hilarious. I don't know what I would do if I dated a bloke and I thought it was a woman. Oh my God, 56 in the live and 41 likes. And I just talked about LA winning Super Bowl 56 and LA's 41. Again, this organic side, I am synced with the numbers, whether you like that or not. And I'm synced with the numbers at this point. I am, every single day. Let me tell you this, my receipt yesterday. I went to the beach yesterday, took a photo of it. I didn't share on my Patreon, but maybe I will later. Like, check out this receipt. I'm going to read it out. So I ordered a bottle of water, which was 20 pesos. Kobe Bryant played 20 seasons in the NBA, and he died in 2020. And then I ordered 3 Modelo's. 3 beers, 3 cold beers, baby. I went in the ocean. I was at the beach, burnt my legs a little bit, but hey, it is what it is. 3 Modelo's cost me 81 pesos. Really? Really? Kobe Bean Bryant gets you 81 in his highest scoring games, 81 points in his 666 game, where he got 66.6% of the Lakers' points. Okay, so 81 plus 20, that gets you 101, the 26th prime. Kobe died the 26th day of 2020. This is insane. And then I got some cheeky jalapeno chips or crisps, depending on where you are. 25 pesos. Pope gets you 25, 25's the 36th day of the year. 666 the 36th try. Again, I would never notice these things. And the total, 20 plus 81 plus 25 gets you 126 pesos. And Kobe died 126 with Gianna. Gianna Bryant gets you 126. I paid with 150 pesos. Tom Brady born on a day leaving 150 days left in the year. And do you know how much change I got? 150 minus 126. I got 24 pesos change, Kobe's jersey number. What? Again, I would not have noticed those things, and I'm synced with Kobe. My first ever video was about him. I'm synced with Kobe Bryant. I am. And I'm saying this now with 41 likes. I don't know why I'm synced with him. If I'm from a similar spiritual world to him, I don't know. But he was a main factor in my awakening. So yeah, wild. I've got a photo that we'll see. I might share it later. Somebody says they love listening to my wisdom while working. Thank you. Thank you. What do you do on a Sunday? I say that's the day of rest. Thank you for listening to me. You could be listening to anyone else in the world right now, and you're listening to me. So I'm very grateful for you guys. Oh my God, the live's gone for 1 hour and 26 seconds, and I've just talked about 126. Come on. No, there's 58 in the live, and Kobe Bryant gets you 58, and Kobe Bryant gets you 41 likes, and we're 1 hour and 26 into this. Ah, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. Woo! That was, this is wild. I had a conversation with Anna last night for a few hours, I think, and the numbers that we were seeing and syncing up were just beyond a joke, honestly. I don't go to church. You have to be a follower of Jesus. Jesus is the light of the world. I remember my teacher, Mr. Froud. He always sang about Jesus and God. And he had one, Jesus is the light of the world. It was like, calling all saints, calling all sinners, calling every boy and girl. I'm telling you today, Christ is the way, Jesus is the light of the world. And he had a guitar, the biggest beard you'll ever see. And his songs were really catchy. And I didn't really appreciate the lyrics, but now I do. And when he was singing all of his songs, Mr. Froud, he was always smiling. It was always smiling. Like, you could see the energy coming out of him. Like, every time he was singing about God and Jesus. Like, it's not these, like, ministers now, these famous ones where you have to freaking pay to listen to them speak. I'm here today to tell you that God will save you if you give me some money. If you give me some money, God will save you. Hallelujah. And they're throwing money at him. That is sad. You want to get close to Christ through somebody else, you never will get close to him. You got to find him yourself. Not have a freaking priest tell you, or a bishop, or whatever they are, or a pope. You got to find him yourself. He's within you, baby. He's within you. He's been hidden. It's been hidden, like knowledge has been hidden from us, like truth's been hidden from us. The Lord has been hidden from us, guys. I've never been religious. I never will be religious, but my word, I do believe in God. Give me I'm not going to say hell yeah. Oh, what can I replace hell yeah with? Can I get an amen, baby? Somebody said I'm a great man. Thank you. You work at a gas station. Okay. Whereabouts do you live, mate? I always give nice tips to people at the gas station, but only if they smile at me. A lot of them are miserable. If they smile at me, I'll give them a nice tip every time. But I don't like giving tips just because you're supposed to. I think people do have to earn it, in my opinion. You reap what you sow, baby. What day of the year is today? Isn't today the 86? And I was born in 86. I think today's the 86th day of the year. Pope Francis is going to turn 86 this year, the day after the World Cup final. 86 is weirdly a number connected to getting murdered. So I don't really like the idea of me being born in 86, because if you get 86th, it means you get killed off. So maybe Francis dies at 86. Wouldn't shock me after the Queen goes. But again, if the Queen goes and the Pope goes, like, is that beautiful for humanity or what? I think maybe. It's the end of a cycle. What about Stone Cold Steve Austin coming out of retirement after 19 years? And the 19-year moon cycles. Like, does Austin know that? Is he aware of it? Or has he just finally decided after 19 years he's going to have this match and get a big payout? Does he even need the money? The Texas rattlesnake. Austin 316, mocking the Bible. I can't wait for my WWE video. It's going to be one of my best ones. I always get people asking me to do videos about wrestling. This one's going to be a good one, but I have to put a lot of work into it. But I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to put in the work. I'm a hard worker. Yeah, 126 gets you 9. Great spot, Andy. 1 + 2 + 6 is 9. Kobe Dead 126. From Philadelphia 101, the 26 prime. I'm listening to you because I'm meant to hear your knowledge. Since I've had my son, I care about his future. That's amazing. That's what amazing. Like, I love, like, a lot of the time I acquire knowledge because my main goal is to get that knowledge to share it, serving other people. It's good for me. It benefits me. But I think when you have that shifting mindset of you do the things for other people, then you just get rewarded. Like when I coached this birthday party on Friday for this 7-year-old, oh my God, there was 9 kids. There was 9 kids. 9 kids. I've talked about 9 now strongly for a couple of months since Super Bowl 56, maybe before that. And I was out there, I was coaching, I was loving it, they were loving it. And at the end, I'm like, I almost forgot that I got paid for it. They went, oh, here's your money. I was like, oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you. I don't need much money anymore. It'll be great to have it for this Europe trip. But again, I don't get a massive thrill. Like when I lose patrons, if I lose Patreons, it hits me a little bit, but not once do I consider the money. I don't think I've just lost $10 there, or 9, whatever it is after tax, or 8. I don't even know. Patreon pulled my pants down with that. So the YouTube, they pay me a little bit of money and tax me like 25. It's just, I'm not going to get into that. So when I lose patrons, I'm like, why did they go? What's the motive? Was it financial? Is my work just not good enough? Is it too much for people? And it just pushes me to get better. Because I know I'll find new ones come, they come and go. But I'm sure maybe a year and a half ago, if I lost patrons, I'd be like, oh God, that's $30 gone there. I don't think like that anymore. Because my whole mindset is this. If I'm struggling for money, then I think the world's fucked. Because I'm such a hard worker and I do have a lot of talent that's in demand, teaching, coaching, the other stuff that I do, gematria. So I don't worry too much about money anymore. Not that I've ever been consumed by it, but even more now I'm not that bothered. Kevin Owens, yeah. Like, have you seen Kevin Owens build? It's people like Kevin Owens where I think there's demons. This guy's so out of shape. Well, he looks it, but obviously in the ring, he's incredible. The stuff that he can do, I'm like, he's possessed. Same with Sami Zayn. And something's helping them. There's some sort of demonic entities that are helping these people. Maybe that's why a lot of wrestlers die young. And they always say that they're fighting with their demons. I've heard so many wrestlers say, I'm fighting with my demons. So they turn to alcohol and stuff. But if you sold your soul, you'll never escape the demons that have possessed you, ever. I already predicted the Queen's demise about 3 months ago. I said she dies at 96. And now I have an actual date of May the 20th. I've given my reasons behind it. I think they're really strong. And we'll see what happens. It'll be a game changer for me if she goes on that date. I'm not wishing death upon her, but it'll be a real game changer. I always mention, well, I don't always mention this. Screech, Dustin Diamond, I said he was going to die. I said the date he was going to die about, I think, a month before it happened with this knowledge. And that's when I was like, oh my God, this is powerful knowledge, because there's no way I would have guessed that or even attempted to guess it, let alone guess it without this knowledge. You're going to enjoy the WWE one, Red Brand. It's going to be a corker, because I'm going to have all the images. I'm going to show you the symbolism. I'm going to talk about the storylines. I'm going to go through the deaths of some of the most iconic ones. I'll talk about how Hulk Hogan and Macho Man brought down the Twin Towers, the tag team. We're going to bring down the Twin Towers. Ooh, yeah. There was a tag team called the Twin Towers, and they said they were going to bring them down. They're going to come crashing down. And I'll talk about that, and I'll show you the images to back it up. That tells me they know. They knew what was going to happen. Or were they just actors? Because that's what wrestlers are, they're actors. That's why a lot of them go into Hollywood, like Hogan and Rock and Austin and Batista. Are they aware? I think they are. Like, is Vince McMahon aware that he's running a satanic operation and they're in Connecticut, where Skull and Bones is? Yale, I think, is aware of that. So there's got to be something with Connecticut that's powerful for Yale to be there and the WWE studios in Connecticut. Canada just qualified for the World Cup. Last time they qualified, Argentina won. Does it mean Argentina are going to win? It's not that simple, Diego, but Argentina have so much. That's another thing for them. But no, you can't just say because Canada have qualified last time, Argentina won. But last time Argentina won, somebody was mentioned in 86. And that's the last time they won it, in 86 with Maradona. There's phenomenal riddles for Argentina. It could be a trap because it's so good. But my original pick was Argentina about a year and a half ago, or maybe a little less. Now it's England. I just think they're going to win it 56 years after they last won it. I just glitched there. Oh my God, maybe I'm an avatar. Something just glitched. This is WrestleMania 38, the death number. Scott Hall already just died before. You think there'll be another WWE? Absolutely. It's funny how Match Madness finishes 4-4, which is the kill number. Brady Born 8-3, which can be written 3-8, and Murder and Death gets you 83 and 38. He retired at 44 and then came out of retirement. I work for a Christian concert production company called Live Show Events. Let's check out the gematria. But there's a lot of Christian artists who are not, they don't believe in God. They mock God. These country singers, and a lot of them, you see them with the symbolism. A lot of these famous Christian artists, they don't worship God. They worship the devil. And that seems to be the case. Live Show Events. 72. The day of the year that Francis became the Pope in 2013. Jesuit Order 72. Just listen to my music and you know who I am. Okay. Ancestry dust. Must have a bit of dust of Kobe in you. Maybe I've got a bit of dust of Kobe, yeah. Maybe. The Black Mamba. The guy who moved to Italy and said he had no friends growing up and until he played soccer. He calls it soccer and basketball. The whole Kobe thing is just so strange. Somebody says that Kobe was actually a white man. If you look into that, it's pretty wild. Yes, I have a feeling they might just nick it, beating 2 Manchester clubs in the Champions League in the same year. I'm not sure who you're referring to. What's with Stone Cold's number 316? Well, when he won the King of the Ring, it was like, he said basically, and Austin 316 just whipped your ass. Again, they don't write their own lines. They tell you that they're spontaneous. I think they've always had people write the lines for them. Not as much as now. But ever since he did that speech about 316, he literally became the top star in wrestling. 316, 3 + 1 + 6 is 10. The Texas rattlesnake, the snake. Again, the snake's connected to Adam and Eve. Kobe, the Black Mamba, the snakes, the logo in the World Health Organization. There's a lot of snakes deceiving us. Yeah, somebody just said I had an MK Ultra glitch. No, my internet connection's shocking. The illustration, it doesn't say live on your thumbnail, just so you know. No? Okay, I'll try to change that. Pele would die before the World Cup. There's a strong possibility the media foreshadowed Pele's death so many times. He could die before the World Cup. I would not be shocked if he dies this year at all. to be honest. Then I would do, so what I would do then, I'd do the time span from Maradona's death to Pele's, and I'd connect it all, and I'd tell you why Pele died that day. That's what I would do there. But yeah, Pele, Maradona, two of the most iconic players of all time. I've never rated Pele. I know I've never watched him live. Something didn't feel right with Pele. I think he's the most overrated player to ever play the game. Like, I watched his highlights, just the way he moved, and I wasn't convinced by him as a footballer. But if magic's involved and demons, it don't really matter. I still don't get, like, you know, Trae Young, who I always hammer, even though people love him because they still believe in it all, that it's all organic. I think he's monarch mind controlled from birth. I think he's averaging the most points out of anybody this year in the NBA. This little tiny guy, Trae Young, number 11. Why him? It's not just ability. It's not. I know that at this point, it's not organic ability and hard work that gets this level of success. What about when Michael Jordan won the NBA on Father's Day, the year his dad died? Like, what is that? This is for you, Dad. Did you sacrifice your own father like Ronaldo did? When you look into the numbers. Or maybe he didn't. Maybe I'm just being mean. You see how pure young Katy Perry was? Yeah, Katy Perry was really pure at the beginning. A lot of them are. And then they just change. They become possessed. But Katy Perry's malfunctioned multiple times on stage. She's malfunctioned. And I do question why her first song was I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It. And her parents were both pastors, I think. I kissed a girl and I liked it. What's that all about? But again, if you're so desperate to be famous, you'll sing what they tell you to sing. Katy Perry has an amazing voice, like an angel. But the song she sings about now, the lyrics is like, I don't know. Some of her songs have been really deep. I love her line, after a hurricane comes a rainbow. I do like that. I think right now we're experiencing a hurricane. I think a rainbow is on its way. I do think between 2020 and 2024, it's going to be a whirlwind. I think we're halfway through this hurricane. I don't think it's coming to an end this year. I think all sorts of shit's going to go down from now until 2024. And then 2025, I think it's going to be beautiful, which syncs in with my my Queen code. One second, somebody's just messaging me. So with the 225, I've told you 225 is the 56th day of the year, February the 25th. And 2 months and 25 days after 225 is 520. And that's the day I think the Queen dies. And 520 leaves 225 days left in the year. So I think all of this stuff's going to be over in 2025. That's what I really believe. 2025. So stay strong this next couple of years. Look out for each other. Grow, learn. Don't get too afraid. Like I always say, there's no stopping me. I'm not going to stop revealing deception. I'm not going to stop growing. I say it and I mean it. And I think more people are like that now. There's no stopping us when you get to a certain level of consciousness. You just want to keep going with it. So I would say just keep persevering. There's going to be hard times in the next couple of years. They're going to really, really, really push certain things. They've already done it with certain stuff like restricted people's travel. They're going to start increasing the prices of everything. That's undeniable. But then hopefully people stop worshipping money and stuff. I think it's all going to work out. I think this needs to happen. I think this is a deep cleansing. I think the universe we've been living in has been run by Satanists or Satan. And it's time for that to change now. It's time for that to change. Yeah, buckle in for the ride. Fasten your seatbelt, baby. It's going to be a roller coaster. It's going to be up and down. You see that with the restrictions. They enforce them, then they calm down with them, then they keep flipping it just to mess up your psyche. Greetings, Shy Divine. So a lot of people say, oh no, everything's fine now, everything's back to normal. No, they're going to really hammer us the next few years. I do think there'll be restrictions with the internet. I do think they're going to try push a social credit system. I do think they're going to try push all of these things, electric cars for everybody. They've said that we'll own nothing and be happy. That's a disgrace in itself. And they've said that. They've said all these things that I'm saying on Agenda 30. And I just think if there's a global awakening of consciousness, and I really am pushing this hard, I'm sorry if I repeat myself when I say consciousness, then they're done. They've controlled us through us being unaware that we've been getting used and manipulated. It's so hard to manipulate somebody who's aware that you're trying to manipulate them. It's so hard. So I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I'm going to make a lot of friends saying what I say. I'm going to make a lot of people angry and upset, but I'm not here to please people. All right? I'm not here to please you. I don't go live to please you. Like, I want to make you laugh, want to make you happy, share knowledge, but I'm not going to be like, should I say this because the majority is going to like it? Should I not say this because maybe 2 people are going to get upset? If you don't like what I say, it's fine. If you love what I say, great. That's where I'm at with this knowledge at this point. I've been trying to convince friends and family that he ain't our friend. They can't put their brains around left and right together. Who are we referring to there? I'm not sure who you're referring to. In regards to politics, the elite control both sides. Again, the Baphomet has its 2 wings. Like the eagle on the US flag has 2 wings. They control left and right. And they're here. And we're always going here. Maybe that's why. Who does that celebration? Oh, there's a player that does this when they score. They move their hands like that. Is it Aubameyang? I can't remember who does it. We never go forwards. If you go left and right, you're not going forward. You're not taking positive steps. You're just going sideways. And they control both sides. They control both sides of politics. They control both sides of the wars. They control both sides when it comes to professional sport. Although people think that they're against each other. Like people think WWE is against AEW when they're on the same side. So yeah, I don't like when people say, Adam, pick a side. Come on, you've got to be more red or blue. You've got to be more conservative or no, I'm not. I'm not picking a stupid side. I find my own truth. I'm not going to go off this one or this one and pick one. No, not a chance that I'm going to do that anymore. Kanye is an MK Ultra victim. Yeah, there's a reason why he had his hair dyed blonde. Like all of these MK Ultra victims, blonde hair gets you 56. That's the state of Jesus. Illuminati 24/7-year-old this year. Yep. Yeah, I did a video about that, which connects to time, which somebody said in the chat they're controlling. But are they controlling time? We're using their calendar. But we say Pope Gregory, we're using the Gregorian calendar, Pope Gregory. Was it really one person that came up with the concept of the 52-week calendar? One person? Are we going to give one person that much credit? Like the way we give credit to people like Einstein and Hawkins and Charles Darwin. What an absolute outrageous theory that is. We give all this credit to Bill Gates for founding Microsoft. Did Bezos found Amazon? Did they? Or they just faces? Did Musk found Tesla and PayPal and SpaceX? Did he? Did one guy from South Africa do that? Who came from a broken family? Did he really? No. Did he fuck? But you'll believe it because they want to give you this story of if you believe you can achieve and if you work hard, you can be the next Elon Musk. You never will be. You never will be. Unless you're part of a Masonic Illuminati bloodline. Pinocchio's story is very sick. Neverland, a lot of people want to live. It wasn't Neverland, was it? Where did Pinocchio get sent to? Treasure Island, was it? And then he realized Treasure Island's not what you think it is. I'm at that point. I was taken in by Treasure Island and being entertained and this. It's not what you think it is. It's not. And honestly, Pinocchio, the main theme of Pinocchio is child trafficking when you actually break down the story of Pinocchio. It's funny how his nose gets bigger when he lies. We know the type of people who have big noses, don't we? Same bird, yeah. Same bird. The wings are attached to the bird, separate sides, but still one of the same, still connected to the bird. Drogba, yeah, it's Drogba who did that celebration that I was doing, yeah. Didier Drogba, the guy who cares so much about his country, the Ivory Coast, and he's building schools there like Mane did. They've got to make these people look nice, guys. They have to, don't they? A couple of how nice do they make Prince Harry look? The guy is so sick in the head when you actually break down Prince Harry. Same with William. But again, the media dictates how the average person portrays certain people. People like me are known as conspiracy theorists because of the media. Imagine the media really promoted gematria. I'd be seen as an icon around the world. If they promote, and Zach and whoever else, they promoted gematria and put us on talk shows, and it was, okay, today on 9 p.m. till 10:30, Illusion and Zach talk about this, this, and this, and millions tune in and they're promoters, and we win awards. That's never going to happen though, is it? Because they want people to worship stupid people, which makes them stupid at the same time. Yeah, German trauma-based mind control. People need to really look into mind control. Kathy, I'll say it again. Thank you so much for the chair. I'm going to pick it up. Kathy inspired this chair. She actually donated towards it. The chair cost me, it was quite expensive, but it's worth it. Here we go. There we go, baby. Freaking heavy. And I'll tell you a nice story. So I'm not great with, I'm not much of a handyman, I'll be honest. Many other talents, I'm pretty shit when it comes to being a handyman. And where I live, there's a guy who's the handyman. He's always helping people fix stuff. So I was like, oh God, this is going to take me forever to set up this chair. So I gave him a message. He speaks zero English. Luckily, I can speak Spanish, but not fluently, but pretty close. And I said, listen, if I give you a little bit of money, can you help me fix up my chair? Because otherwise I'm going to be here all day and I'm going to get frustrated. And he was like, yeah, sure. I'll come down now. And I said to him, I said, do you mind? He has a little workshop next to where I live. I was like, do you mind if I come with you and do it with you? But I'll still pay you. He said, yeah, do it. So I went with him, with this guy. It's called Goyo. Really nice guy. He loves working. He was like, me gusta trabajar. Me gusta. Like, he loves to work. I was like, I love that about you, mate. Because so do I. A lot of people hate working. It's because a lot of the time they're doing things they don't like. So find something you do like is what I'd say to you. And we were there about 20 minutes putting together the chair. And I must have done about 70% of it. Because he was like, okay, you do this, and then you connect this. And then he was like, I love this. This is how I coach. He was like, so where do you think this goes? I was like, let me think. He didn't say this goes here. He was like, where do you think this goes? I was like, does it go here? He's like, maybe, tal vez. And then I checked it. I was like, and he was like, oh, yeah. And I was putting in all the nails and all that sort of stuff, screwing it all in. And I was like, back in the day, I would have said, hey, mate, here's some money. Put my chair together. Cheers. I wouldn't have watched. I wouldn't have taken part in the process. I was just like, okay, do my chair for me, mate. Here's a bit of money. Now I wanted to witness it. So if I ever buy a new chair again, I'm going to put it together. And I've changed in that department as well. Because I just want to grow, even if it's putting a chair together. And this chair, Kathy, is absolutely glorious. I might even sleep on it tonight. It's so nice. I can't believe I was doing live streams for 4 hours on a wooden chair with no backrest. How was I doing that? I don't know. But thank you for inspiring this. I went to Office Depot, or is it Office Max today? Look for the butterfly symbol, tells you MK Ultra. Yeah, a lot of these celebrities with butterfly tattoos, or you'll see them in photos for like Vogue, and they have a butterfly covering one eye. That's MK Ultra. And it is a bit sad, isn't it, that a lot of kids have been abused since they were little kids and then taken advantage of and sent into Hollywood. It's tough. Like, is there any way out for them? Do you think there's a certain point in life, like in that industry, where you get to a certain point and you can't escape it? You just can't get out. And if they do die, like, again, if they've been exploited since birth, how much of it is their fault? I don't know. And then you're just around Satan your whole life, influencing you. It becomes the norm. Do they truly know just how much they're deceiving the masses, and do they get a thrill out of it? That's the thing with me. I get really pissed off when I feel like they're mocking all of us. That's what agitates me. That makes me wake up every morning doing this. But if they're completely oblivious to it, I wouldn't probably be as pissed off. But I don't know. They've got to be aware, no? They're little groups, they're little fraternities that they're in. They've got to be aware of what they're doing. Kathy O'Brien wrote a good book about her MK Ultra experience, so she's actually gone through it. I'll look into that. Thank you. They poisoned a lot of presidents, including Abraham Lincoln and George Washington. They like the poison assassination better because it's easier. So George Washington was the first president of the United States of America, so we're told. I've read somewhere else there was 8 before him. But historically, we're told Washington was the first one. That's why the capital city is called Washington, and you have Georgetown. He was a 33-degree Freemason, wasn't he? Open. So Washington's clearly based on the Freemasons, like practically every major city, if not every city. Why was he the first president? You know, he was born 222. Can you believe that? Did you know 3 of the first 5 founding fathers died on July the 4th on Independence Day? So it's obvious that these presidents are selected and not elected. So why do they kill them? Did they get killed? Like, did JFK really get killed? No, he didn't. 46 likes and he died at 46. We had Catholics 46. He was the 35th president. Catholics 35. Did he die? And again, if he didn't, why did they have the character die? I don't know. I don't know if these presidents get poisoned, to be honest. The big thing is, are these people from a different realm, species? Are they aliens? Are they immortal? That's a game changer, isn't it? Are they shapeshifters? So could you kill JFK? Boom. It's like, all right, kill this guy. I'll just jump into somebody else's body. I read somewhere that these demons attack high-profile people in high-profile position and take over their brains, basically, become them. Same with magicians. But I don't know any of this, do I? But it's fun to talk about it. Again, when I go to England, I'm going to meet all these people. The conversations are going to be so intense, man. So intense and beautiful. Because intense can be beautiful, can't it? Sometimes some beautiful, intense sex. Sorry for talking about sex, but it can be amazing. Kobe had the butterfly. Kobe also had the crown tattoo on his shoulder, which all connects to the Queen and Corona. So obviously, Corona is crown in Spanish. Again, Kobe lived in Italy, and the first country in Europe to be hit by coronavirus was Italy. It's all deep. Kobe's massively connected to Pope, who resides in the Vatican, in Rome. The first game of Euro 2020 was in Italy, in Rome. And the final was in London, where Freemasonry was founded. It's not an accident. Just like it wasn't an accident Argentina won the Copa America the day before Italy won the Euros. The Pope was born in Argentina and lives in Italy. That wasn't an accident at all. Luke Shaw, I just realised this. Luke Shaw scored for England yesterday. And he scored for England in the final against Italy. And then we just had Italy getting knocked out by Macedonia. And Eriksen's cardiac arrest was in Euro 2020, and then he comes back and scores the day Luke Shaw scores. It's his second goal for England, and he scored for England after 2 minutes in the Euros, and then Eriksen scored 2 minutes into his debut. No, on his return. Shit, I've just figured that out. Wait, let me say this again. Maybe I got this wrong. Luke Shaw, tell me if I'm right here. So this is just comments. This is what I do. Luke Shaw scored yesterday, yeah, against Switzerland. Switzerland, the neutral country, who has the flag like the Red Cross, which is an absolutely satanic agency. So did Luke Shaw score yesterday? He got his second goal for England. His first goal for England came in Euro 2020 final, where he scored after 2 minutes. And then Eriksen yesterday scored 2 minutes into his return for Denmark. Scored after 47 minutes, and I have 47 likes. It's 47 degrees on the Freemason compass. Like, did Luke Shaw know he was going to score against Switzerland? I decoded Harry Kane to score. He didn't post it, which pisses me off. The amount of times I do that. I decoded for San Antonio Spurs yesterday at plus 200 and something. Didn't post it. They win. I think it was against the Pelicans. Really annoyed me. Happens too often. This is what I'm getting annoyed with sports. I get so many right, and then so many I do, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to post that one. I don't know what stops me from doing it sometimes, but got to say that Shaw goal was a banger. I didn't see it, mate. I haven't seen the goal. I'm just saying that he got his second goal, and his first goal was after 2 minutes, which was against Italy. Many said that Mark was an agent, but then they discredit anyone speaking truth. Yeah, again, people call me out to be an agent. Like, if I'm an agent, then everyone is at this point. It's really easy to call people agent. Doesn't the word agent get you 47? Isn't there a character in the video game called Agent 47? The word agent gets you 47. All these pro athletes and celebrities have agents. Maybe it's the agents who are completely controlling these people. My mate Durrell sent me a video about how in the NBA, their minutes and points are all dictated by how bonuses and stuff. So I don't know if there's a player who gets 100 grand bonus if he gets over 20 points and he's on 18, they'll take him out and not bring him in again. I don't know how real that is, but that would make sense if everything's financial in this world. Thank you, Misha. This is the stuff that I like to do. So, oh my God, 47 in the live, 47 likes. What the frick? Eriksen scores after 47 minutes. This is what I love to do. This is what I'm realizing that, sorry if it's buffering. I told you my internet connection is not great. Maybe I need to invest in a better connection. But I like doing this, like going live, because starting April the 4th, which is so funny, 4/4, it's when March Madness ends, when supposedly MLK was assassinated again. He was controlled, completely controlled. But who was controlling him? Satan or just the Illuminati? Who was controlling him? Baal. I'm going to be a private tutor for a Canadian family's kids. And I'm going to love that. And I get so much joy, I've told you, from teaching and coaching and all that sort of stuff. I'm just slowly but surely losing passion for everything connected to professional sports. But I've got to keep doing it, I guess. I've got to keep doing it. But there's other people in this community who are decoding sports. That's all they care about. Fair enough, their journey. And if that's all you're into, just follow them or just learn to code by yourself. Or maybe when it comes to sports, just flip a fucking coin. Flip a coin. But all the other stuff with Gematria, my God, you can just undercover so many things. I've blown so many people's minds, guys, with these numbers. They're so sacred. They're bigger than sports. Agents of truth and love. That's nice. When their number comes up, party's over. Very possible. Very possible. But is that for everybody, or is that only if you sell your soul? YouTube likes equals 47. Really? If you type in YouTube likes, it gets you 47. You don't have to keep doing sports, bro. Do what you think is right. I love your sports decodes, but there's no more. I'll do them. I'll do them. Guys, this is so funny. 51 in the live, 48 likes. Illuminati founded 5-1, and Illuminati gets you 48 in Gematria. I think the Illuminati are watching me here. Hello, Illuminati, wherever you are. In Rome or Geneva or London or New York, wherever you're based. I don't know where you are. You're all over, aren't you? Like the Rothschilds, they set up banks all over Europe, didn't they? In Geneva, in London, in Rome, in Paris. Can't deny the power of the Rothschilds. No, I'll keep decoding sports, but I just want people to know, like April's coming up. I always get some new patrons. I decode sports for you, but please know that what I do is a million times bigger than sports. Like, see how I do these lives? We talk about sports, but we talk about consciousness, but we talk about rituals, we talk about astrology, we talk about the media, we talk about so many things. And this is what I love to do because I love to teach. But I'll keep decoding sports. My codes are always really strong. They're at least incredibly interesting to read. But it seems like, what have we got here? I got Boston Celtics to beat the Timberwolves, and they're winning 72-49 at halftime. So it looks like the Celtics are winning. That was a really strong riddle. So if they don't win that game, they're up by 23 points at halftime. If Boston Celtics lose that game, it's a joke. So they should win. Yesterday, I had the Bulls to win. They won. But I have Golden State, and they're down by 8 to the Wizards at halftime. But what's 8 points? When they can just turn on the magnets, baby. They can turn on those magnets. I don't know if Steph's back either, Mr. Pie. But yeah, it looks like Boston are winning. 72 points, of course. 49 Timberwolves. Prince Philip died 4-9. Jesuit Order 72. Francis the Pope, the 72nd day of the year. I wonder if Pope Francis is connected to the Queen bloodline. Lizards. Do lizards have blood? Like, a stupid question, maybe. Maybe. Do lizards? But you call them cold-blooded, don't you? Like murderers, you call them cold-blooded. The lizard blood contains so much of the green pigment that it completely overshadows the normal red of the hemoglobin. They should be dead. Bilvidine can damage DNA, kill cells, and destroy neurons, and yet the lizards have the highest levels of bilvidine ever seen in an animal. My God, guys. Consequently, their tongues, muscles, and bones are all various shades of green. Like humans, the reptiles have hemoglobin-rich red blood cells. Such cells do not last forever, and when they break down in our bodies as well as the lizards, the green pigmented waste product bilvidine is made. Let's see the gematria of bilvidine. They keep repeating that word. Never even heard of this word. Bilvidine. Are these people lizards? Bilvidine, 59. Like Freemasonry and Pope Francis. Bilvidine. Again, I'm looking into the blood type of lizards. You just learn so much shit on this journey. Like, when am I going to look into the blood type of lizards? But Icon stuff, they've told us about reptilians. There'll be something because they feed you truth. There'll be something. We all have a reptilian brain. I've read about that. Maybe some people have more access to it. I don't know. But yeah, lizards. What is lizard? What's lizard in gematria? Lizard. 34 and 38, like murder. Lizard. Lizards is 35 and 46, like Catholic. My God. Imagine a load of lizards just went to church. All right. They may play Bayern Munich in the Champions League. Who are we referring to? I had Bayern Munich for Champions League at the beginning. In a Gerd Muller Illuminati riddle. Because the Illuminati was founded in Bavaria, where Bayern Munich play. They're called the Bavarians. Somebody likes Atletico Madrid. You see, Simeone is the highest paid coach in the world. 33.3 million euros. He gets a year or something. 333. And Tom Brady retired, leaving 333 days left in the year. 3 times 3 times 3, 27. Wins the Super Bowl in 2-7. His last one. Yeah, I like Bayern. I stick with Bayern. I said Bayern and Barcelona. They're both still in it, and I said this at the beginning. Well, I said it when Barca went into the Europa League because they were originally in the Champions League. I was like, "Ooh, there's so many numbers here with Xavi and Maradona, who played at Barca, and Xavi coached in Qatar, where the World Cup's going to be. Maybe another good sign for Argentina." Didn't Xavi say that Maradona's going to win the World Cup? He said it in an interview. I think he said Messi's going to win the World Cup. And obviously Xavi, Messi, Iniesta, they were iconic trio, weren't they? Yeah, Net Void's phenomenal woman. Her work's great. Guys, if you haven't subbed to Net Void, please do so. I actually need to speak to her soon, before July the 4th. Okay, eyes are starting to sting, but I'll keep going. I'll keep going for you. Maybe it's this lamp, but if I turn the lamp off, the lighting's horrific. One of my light bulbs is not working either. I'm having a bit of a shocker, aren't I? But whatever. In the Bible, God cursed the snake in the garden to crawl on its belly forever. The fossil records show snakes with legs. That could be fake too. Anyone here actually believe in dinosaurs, or was that another bullshit story? Just because there's museums with their fossils. Do you believe in dinosaurs, guys? Not mocking anybody. Do you believe dinosaurs existed and then they just completely left? I guess certain birds are dinosaurs, aren't they? Tyrannosaurus Rex. What was the dinosaurs that would fly? I forgot what they're called. It begins with T. Pterodactyls, was it? I don't know. I can't remember. I'm not. The lizards is 59 as well. Are we suggesting lizards have the ability to talk like a regular human? How does that work? I don't know. We all have a reptilian brain, mate, and lizards are reptilians. I don't know. Again, maybe demons possess these lizards. I feel like the royal family, they're from like a different fucking species or something, the royal family. Maybe it's because they're all inbred and the average person doesn't have sex with their brother or sister or mother or dog, whatever they do. Love the topics Adam exposes. Draconians, Pope connections, thank you. Netvoid's really on the alien invasion. She knows so much about that. Operation Bluebeam and all of that. She's a different level to me with that knowledge. So if that stuff interests you, check her out. When it comes to aliens, I've said, bring it on. I would love to meet an alien. Maybe they're already here. Like I said, maybe the aliens are the people who are running the show at the top. And they don't have the ability to feel compassion for people. I don't know. But maybe they'll just jump back in the spaceship and fuck off. And maybe we'll have a good time. Go back to the 90s, baby. I love the 90s. Oh, my word. I always say it. So somebody just subbed to NetVoid. I love that. Again, just support each other in this community. And in general, try and help people. Even if you don't know them. Even if you don't know them. You know what? I have 2 footballs that I don't need. After this live, I'm going to go give them to some kids who are always playing in the street on the dirt. I'm going to say, hey, guy, I'm going to pump them up for them. I'm not going to do that action again. I'm going to pump up my balls and give them my soccer balls. Oh, God. Dinosaurs never existed. No dinosaurs. Yeah, I agree. That's why they had to pump bullshit like Jurassic Park down our throat to program us to make us believe they existed. Ah! Fuck off. You never existed. Load of bullshit. Dinosaur rides at, what they call it? What's the opposite of Disneyland? The other one? Universal Studios, is it? I love the 80s. I was born in the 80s, but born in 86. So I only experienced 4 years of the 80s. I don't really remember anything below the age of like 10. Even though I've got a pretty good memory. I think from the age of like 11 upwards, I remember like big things that happened to me. When I was younger, I don't remember like much of primary school. There's little things I remember, but middle school is so vivid. Guess what I watch? I don't watch movies. I got rid of my TVs and all of that. But guess what I watched yesterday? Oh my God, I can't tell you how much I enjoy it. And I watched, because it was free on YouTube. I can't believe I found it. Napoleon Dynamite. I watched Napoleon Dynamite, and I was like, this just reminds me of like back in the day. I think it came out 2004, Napoleon Dynamite, I think. Or maybe, let me check. I'm not sure, but I actually watched that. I don't watch movies or anything anymore. Yeah, it was 2004. See, I remember shit like that, the dates. And just so good, so like real, like just, I don't know. That movie, man, Napoleon Dynamite, vote for Pedro, whatever he wore on his t-shirt. And I enjoyed watching that. It actually made me giggle a little bit. I don't know what made me find it and watch it. So I don't watch movies or TV shows anymore. But if you've not watched Napoleon Dynamite and you're still into watching movies and stuff, check it out. It's absolutely freaking hilarious. It was taught that crude oil is from the dinosaurs. Their teaching disappeared. Yeah, we've just been bullshitted to. That's why you got to find your own truth. Otherwise, you're believing in somebody else's truth. I'm not having that dinosaurs existed. I'm not having that politicians care about the people. I'm not having that sports are not corrupt. I'm not having that in my head. I'm not having that religion's not to control people. I'm not having that money's not a control tool. Or other things I feel strongly about. I'm not having that people can have millions of subs on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram and be regular people who care about other people. I'm not having that. I don't believe in that whatsoever. I do believe that there's an organic element with the code, with gematria, that's organic to each and every one of us, and we do have our numbers that we're connected to. I'm really connected to 11. Have been since a little kid. For whatever reason, I'm connected to that number. And I appreciate that number. And from what I've read about it and studied it, it's one of the most beautiful numbers ever, 11. What do you think of Trump? One of them or no? Absolutely one of them. Number one, you can't be a president without being one of them. Number two, you can't have a major mainstream following without being one of them. Trump's mum died 6/6/66. I do think Trump is a time traveler. Trump's really connected to 88. He's really connected to that number. And 8 is an infinite number. Like, it just keeps going. Trump gets you 88. It's funny, it gets you 47, like government and president and authority and White House and DC and all of that. 4 + 7 gets you 11. But Trump, in 88, Trump massively connected to 88. In 88, he was on the Oprah Winfrey Show, and she asked him, will you ever run for presidency, Donald? In 88. And he said, well, and it seemed back then like he was a handsome guy, Trump. He was slim. He was. Look at him now. Trump was a handsome guy back in the 80s. Really slim, but not skinny. Very charming. Like, he didn't seem as corrupt back then. But obviously, it's got more corrupt with time. And she asked him, will you ever run for presidency, Donald? He's like, well, I can't do his accent. Well, I don't really think that's viable, but never say never. That was in 88. And I'm sure I could do the exact number from when he got asked that question to when he became the president, and I'd find numbers, undeniable numbers as well. Probably find a lot of 8s. He's also really connected to 777. I write about it in my book, Trump and 777. It's freaking insane. But I do think Trump is one of them. I have a friend, one of my best friends, who he's not like, hey, pro-Trump. He thinks Trump is like Trump blowing the trumpets. Like, Trump revealed a lot of things. He revealed that the mainstream media was corrupt. He did do that. Fake news and all of that. Maybe it was to protect himself, but he did. Donald Trump, out of all the presidents, spoke a lot of bullshit, but my word, he spoke a lot of truth. He called out a lot of people that needed calling out. But is he one of them? Yes. Yes. But he did blow the trumpet. And I'll say that about Trump. He blew the trumpet. He woke up a few people. But also, I think he became president because he was arguably the best person to create divide. You know, the Masons divide and conquer, the New World Order divide and conquer is what they do. He divided a nation, didn't he, Trump? I feel like you loved him or hated him. With Biden, people are like, oh, they don't really feel much either way for him. They don't love him. Maybe they feel they pity him. They laugh about him. Trump really rattled people, and that he was the Joker, Donald Trump. He was the trump card for the Illuminati. But out of all the presidents, he's the one at least that I don't know. I feel like he had something to offer. He wasn't just talking shit. It was a bit of a joker. But again, if you want to look at Donald Trump's wife, do you think that's a woman? You can make your own decision there. Somebody's asking how old Lady Hawk is. A lot of people don't like giving away the age. I think age is an illusion. It's just a number, just like time. I don't really ask people how old they are anymore. I just be around people who inspire me, make me laugh. I'm not too concerned about the age. There's certain things you have to be concerned with age. You know what I'm talking about. But in general, I don't think it means a lot these days. I don't think it ever has. Trump's name was dropped in a lot of songs and TV shows. Order out of chaos. Order, chaos, order. Was he in Law and Order? I know he was in wrestling. He's connected to Vince McMahon, who's a Satanist. It's so funny that Donald Trump was born in New York, like Boris Johnson. I think they're related. Donald J. Trump equals 148. So does Project Bluebeam. I think if anyone's an alien or out of this world and a time traveler, it's the Trumps. Honestly. And he's from German ancestry, is Trump. Donald Trump is his name. So again, it all goes back to Germany. Everyone says all roads lead to Rome, where the Vatican is, but the Illuminati were founded in Germany. You got the wars that began with Germany and Hitler. Like we always say, it's Italy. Well, Germany's got a lot of explaining to do, for sure. And somebody in the Twitter group that I'm in, lots of intelligent people in this Twitter group. I'm not in it that often because I say 90% of the Twitter group is just literally about decoding sports. That's all they do, which is fine. But yeah, I think that Trump is a time traveler. Somebody, Meow Meow's 25, old enough to know better, but too young to care. What a response. Goodbye, Adam. I'll talk to you later, but I got to go. Much love. Much love to you, Anna, as well. Thank you for appreciating my work. Appreciate you. Her last name's Alegria, which means joy. What a name. It's a real name as well. Netvoid agreed. We're all forever in debt to Zach. I know he means well. Yeah, Zach's brought a lot of us here. I know if it wasn't for Zach, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. You say whatever you want about that guy at this point. But he brought a lot of people together. Whether he intentionally did that, it was organic, or he was chosen, if he's a gatekeeper, whatever it is, he's brought a lot of us together. There's no point hating on him. Did the Germans invent time travel? Very possible, Santi. I feel like the Nazis went to the US after the war. People say that Germany lost. I think the Nazis won. Again, the Nazis, is that just basically the Nazi, another word for Satanists? There should be no wars. There should be no wars in this world at all. War should never be justified. And I don't think that there's a war in the Ukraine. I think it's all a show. And I said that from day one. And I'm not giving my energy to this war. But innocent people are dying. Are they? Are they? According to what? Your TV screen? Trump from the past or future? I think, I don't know. There's something powerful about Donald Trump. There's something really powerful about him. The way that he can really impact people emotionally. He's a master of psychology, Donald Trump. And he's far smarter than people give him credit for. He might sometimes play the dumbass card. Same with Biden. Biden's playing this stupid card. He's just playing a role. He knows what he's doing. They all have access to so much knowledge to get to that level. They're just playing the role of idiots. Why don't people like to give their ages? Don't we give it to the government when we... Yeah, because you have to give it to the government, technically. You don't have to give your age out to a random person. Government, they'll ask for your date of birth. That's just playing on with the whole system, which is a joke. The fiction, the legal fiction that we've been brought up with. I did a video about that as well. Just get the leaders to fight each other. The leaders are on the same team, mate. It's WWE. You've got to realize that. The leaders of all these nations are on the same team. So don't fall for Putin hates Trump and Trump hates this. No, they're on the same team. Again, like a wrestling match. At the end, they go backstage behind the curtain and give each other a big hug and go to their god, Vince McMahon. So I still think there's people like that we're unaware of in the world. We all talk about, I said, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Orsini family, the royal family, all these elitist families. There's someone above them. There's families I don't think we've ever heard of that are really maybe behind it all. Like, how many of us know anything about the Black Pope or the Grey Pope? We all know about Francis. They let us know about Francis. How many of us know about Arturo Sosa and the other people? You ask anybody to name a rich person, they'll pull out a celebrity. They won't say the name of a banker or anything like that. I think all countries are controlled. They say the Jesuits operate in 112 nations, which means they don't operate in another 83. I think that's a lie. I think they're everywhere. I think all the leaders are selected and work together. Again, who's selecting them though? Satan? Is it the Freemasons? Is it the Jesuit order? Is it the Illuminati? Who's selecting these people? We don't know. Will we ever know? I don't know. But I don't think the leaders care about the people in their country. And I don't think they are against other leaders. I completely disagree with that. I think that's an illusion. Hopefully we get to witness some type of response video from him someday. With Zach? Wait, Zach Hubbard being a gatekeeper is such a rumor he will have to address someday. He has addressed it. He laughs it off. Sometimes he'll get agitated. I've called him out. I did call him out. And then I got a little bit more popular and I realized how many people accuse you of things. I've been accused of being a Mason. Somebody's called me a Mason in the live stream. Didn't even know what a Freemason was until less than 2 years ago. Some people said I'm in the Illuminati, that I'm a Jesuit. Somebody said I was related to the Pope. Somebody said I'm a royal family member. Somebody said I'm transgender. Somebody said I was Jason Statham. Somebody said I was related to Zach. I don't know what else people have said about me. That I escaped England. I escaped it for whatever reason. Like, what? So when I was getting more and more accusations, I was like, maybe Zach is genuine. Because it's amazing how easily things can spread when you have and I have a tiny audience compared to him. He's earned his audience. His audience is arguably what? I don't know how many subs he has. I know his Patreon ruins mine. He's probably got 100 times more than I do. Fair play to him. But yeah, again, if Zach's a gatekeeper, then get what you can from him. Because he's giving you some freaking good knowledge. And just because he might have different views to you, or I might have different views to some people. Again, somebody saying I'm a Mason because I don't push Christianity. That makes me a Mason. That's just so narrow-minded, in my opinion. I've never hammered Christianity or Christians. You do whatever you want. Follow your own path. But I think people being so close-minded is one of the biggest issues and why we are where we are in regards to being completely controlled to an extent. So we are living in their system, their reality. They've created a reality that we've accepted. That's what's happened. And when the majority stop playing along with the game ceases to exist. Again, professional football, imagine nobody went to the stadiums or paid for Sky Sports and just stopped watching. Would they still be playing just for the hell of it? No, it'd be over. It'd be game over. If you own a restaurant and people don't come, close your restaurant down. So I just want people to stop consenting. I can't believe I've done 2.5 hours. It's 4:33, the 84th prime as well. Big Jesuit number. Yeah, I think somebody said I was a MI6 agent as well. Somebody said that. I've had some real classics. Somebody said I was wearing a mask. Like, I'm wearing a mask. Like, fuck me, it's a good mask. Somebody said I was wearing a mask. Somebody said because I had keys in the background here, that meant I was a Freemason, because I don't know what they said about it. There was 6 like keyrings or something where I could hang my keys. They called that out. Somebody mentioned the light switch, that I always have the light switch there. I think, what did they do? I think they typed in light switch or something. Let me see what it was. There was some bullshit that they did. Like, I can't remember what they did, but they called me out because there's a light switch in the background of all my videos. The Manny Statham stunt double, they even played on the same soccer team. Oh, is he coming at this again? Yeah, I only played 1 game with him. I'm not his stunt double, mate. I don't think he needs one, to be honest with you. What about Tony? Tell it like it is. He's an agent. No, Tony's really genuine. Tony has a platform and he shares his thoughts. He's very over the top, in my opinion, but he makes people happy. And he's quite intelligent, the stuff that he presents, in my opinion. My gift with gematria is amazing. Thank you. It is a gift. I feel like it's being given to me. That's what a gift is. I feel like it's being given. I guess I've earned it to get better, but originally, like, just to come across the knowledge was a gift. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wore red, blue. No. I wore blue, white, and pink, which is the transgender flag. So that's why somebody said I was transgender, because I had a blue hat on a pink shirt. And the white wall, and I had the white wall, so I was transgender because I was wearing those colors. So I guess I'm wearing black and white now, which is connected to Freemasonry and the checkerboard. So I'm a Freemason today, because that's how it works, isn't it? Again, people can say whatever they want. If you're true to who you are, it's very hard to rattle you, isn't it? I get rattled when people say that I only care about myself and I'm just doing this for money. Like, that sometimes rattles me. But again, why do I allow it to happen? I know why I do what I do. I know why I do what I do. Yeah, Tony's maybe I should go live with him one day. He's very extreme and over the top, but he entertains people. I think Tony has more subs than me as well. Somebody said he bought them all. He bought all of these subs. I don't know if you can do that, but I don't know. Amazing Adam, why do you think that revelation of method exists for the Masons in terms of if they ever control? Oh, but agent, do you think they eventually want gematria mainstream, and why? I knew you'd come up with a great question. I think gematria universally there's no stopping it. I think people give the Masons, the Jesuits, the Illuminati, the elite too much power. I think there's certain things they can't stop, like people having awakenings. They couldn't stop it. And you can just say, oh, well, you only have an awakening because the elite are letting you have it. No, they're not. They wouldn't. Why would they want that? Why would they want us to wake up to see through their bullshit? Unless they genuinely care about us, which they don't. So I think the knowledge has always been there now. And for whatever reason, the universe is allowing us to access it because we've entered the age of Aquarius, which is the age of revelation, revealing truth, and they can't stop it. All they can do is control the reaction. They can control the reaction, but they can't stop what's happening now with these awakenings. I've had one, Net Void. You have. Feel like everyone in the chat practically has had one organically, not searching for it. I don't think you can't go on eBay and say, I'll take a pair of shoes. I'll buy I'll get an awakening as well. How much is an awakening again? You can't buy things like that. Like you can't buy happiness. So I just really believe that what's happening now is meant to be playing out. I think we win. I think we do win. I think it won't be easy. But like Chris Martin said, nobody said it was easy. Whatever he said, I can't remember the song. Was that The Scientist? In that video, he's going backwards. He's going backwards in the video. I'll maybe watch that video again and try to figure out what it is that they're trying to tell us with that. But yeah, I think there's no stopping it. There's no stopping it. They can only just control your reaction. A lot of the other things they have no say in. We give them too much credit. I was one of the people who did that. I gave them too much credit, which made me feel worthless, like I couldn't do anything about it. I believe in the universe. I believe in God. I feel like their time is up in the next couple of years. And I'm feeling it every day. I get stronger. I get more confident with saying that. And if they do get what they want and the world goes to complete shit, I'm not scared of that either, because I'm not scared of death. Maybe it just needs to happen. Whatever's happening now, I think needs to be happening. I feel like it's a guy in rehab who's trying to come off drugs. Net Void, likewise. By the way, I studied transvestigation under an awesome girl, Blue Heaven on BitChute. She tore it up. They kicked her off. Yeah. Again, why are they kicking off all these people calling out trans? Why do they kick them off? Why do they always limit my videos about it? Why? Ask yourself this, does YouTube really care about transgenders? Do they? Do they really care? No. They don't care about anything that doesn't directly affect them. So I'll keep doing what I'm doing. Maybe I've made my point now with the trans stuff. There's people who dedicate the channels to it. Like I said, there's people that dedicate the channels to complete conspiracy theories or to aliens or to flat earth. There's channels out there, guys, for you to access. I try and cover lots of different things. Like, I think that's what I do a pretty good job with. A lot of my videos are about sports, but I do enjoy doing other videos. I actually get more pleasure out of decoding things that are not connected to sport. We are sovereign beings. We are, but we're unaware of that. They don't have power control. It's what they don't have power. Control is what they have. That's amazing. Wow, Misha. They don't have power. Control is what they have. Yeah. Yeah, wow. They're controlling us, guys, like a video game. And we're like the characters in the video game getting controlled, but I'm sure the characters in the video game are not even aware of it, that they're being controlled by somebody else. Like Truman wasn't aware in the Truman Show that it was being controlled, and his whole life was an illusion. Took him a long time to figure that out. Formula One has been the easiest sport to bet right now. Red Bull made their 327th start on 327. Date duration for Verstappen involving 322. Red Bull got 76 win, skull and bones. Yeah, you do a really good job, mate, of decoding Formula One. I don't often do it at all. God's hands will definitely have to move. Again, what if we have to help God's hands move? We got to get closer to him, to connect to him. Again, you got to connect to things for them to work. When your phone dies, you connect it to a charger. And they control the money and knowledge. There's a reason why they're trying so hard. They do clearly control the money. They control the mainstream. They control the narrative. They control the justice system, which is a joke in itself that it's called the justice system. It's full of injustice. But they don't control everything. They control the majority of things that we believe are incredibly important, that we need. We don't need the government if we're sovereign beings. We don't need the government. We don't need to vote. That people think that they need to vote. We don't need loads of money. We don't need loads of friends. We don't, like I said, the banks, people go to the banks to get these big ass loans to get a house that they don't even really need, 4-bedroom house that they don't need, just to keep up with the Joneses. If we stop consenting to their system, it collapses. If we continue to play along with it, we keep the system up. The system needs us. The system needs us to function. And if the majority somehow see that and stop playing along with the system, it collapses. That's exactly what I feel like is happening now. If they pull out another virus or another war or another George Floyd-esque thing, more people are going to wake up. So I say bring it on. Throw another variant out there and see how people deal with it, how they're going to respond to it. Are they going to be in so much panic again? No. More people are waking up. I know from personal experience, people that really mocked me for what I talked about are on my page now and sending me stuff to look into. And that's been over a year and a half, a process. What's happening now, guys, is really organic. They control minimum wage, yeah, because they control the monetary system. Money makes the world go round, doesn't it? Exactly, we're sovereign beings and our name, government ID and all that is the straw man. Exactly, Ken. Ken, much love to Ken. Ken is one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. He visited me. Well, he didn't really visit me in Mexico. He has a timeshare here. He's got a beautiful family, beautiful wife, beautiful kid, beautiful mother, auntie. And this guy will do anything for anybody. And he's clued in. We are sovereign beings and they're limiting us. Like, they can restrict our travel. What gives them the right to tell us where we can go? But again, the sad thing is they own all of the planes and everything, the airports, all public transportation they own. And we've allowed that to happen. Telling us, like, again, having to get tested to prove that you're not sick. That's not how it should be. You get tested when you feel sick to confirm that you're sick. You don't get tested to see if you're sick, to see if a piece of paper tells you that. No, that has to stop now. The fact that I'm not sure if I'm going to get back to England again is an outrage, but I don't let it upset me or anger me because I know that time will be up soon, within the next few years. I'm just going to keep going every single day. And the more adversity I experience, the more I'm just going to grow and ascend. So again, 52 people watching, you said, Pope's 52 weeks in a year, 52 cards in a deck. It's interesting stuff, that number 52. 5 times 2 is 10, which is everywhere. Sorry, Ken, if you're getting emotional about me bigging you up a lot there, but I just speak my mind, mate. You're a great guy. Ken actually wants to help me out a little bit with my coaching company because he has an amazing brand. It's called Astrogen. Check it out. It's supplements, best supplements in the world. Like, good for you as well. Not like from the pharmaceutical industry. Actual supplements that will actually truly benefit your body and your brain and everything. Astrogen is what it is. And it's his own business as far as I'm aware. He worked his ass off to get where he is now. They can't jail or kill all of us when we overthrow them. Exactly. Like, they can't put us all in prison. I always repeat the story of where a police guy put a gun to me at the beach and I laughed in his face. I just laughed. I just knew within me, nothing's going to happen here. Prison guys, people need to escape the mental prison. Way worse than the physical one. The mental prison, I could be in prison now. They could put me in a cell. I won't really be in prison because I know who I am. I might technically be behind bars, but I think a lot of people are technically behind bars that they can't see. They're trapped in a prison planet if they allow themselves to live the way that society tells them to live. And that's on them to figure out, not me or you, it's them. Borders are man-made. Borders are man-made. Countries are social construct. Money is a social construct. Socioeconomic status is a social construct. People defining people's success by how much money they have in the bank, that's a disgrace. Happiest people I know don't have a lot of money. And that's just my perspective. From what I've come across, especially living in Mexico. Agreed, I say we're avatars on a screen. Maybe we are avatars. Maybe we are literally avatars. I may have to rewatch that movie again. I do think we're spiritual beings that have basically either offered to come here to grow or to help this planet or whatever. I think technically we may have been chosen to come here for this, and we'll end up going back to a spiritual realm. Or some people are just going to stay here and be trapped until they ascend and figure out the power of our spirit. Okay. Do you meditate? Very rarely. I'd love to do it more. It's just hard for me. I know we can all make excuses. Where I live, there's so many dogs barking and all sorts of shit going on. It's a lot of distractions. So I do get up really early though, and I go to the beach and I go for runs, and I talk to the universe occasionally. I go in the water, and I'm very grateful for things. But do I meditate? Not as often as I should, in my opinion. I do breathing exercises. In the Quran, God says, I did not create the jinns and the humans except to worship me alone. We are basically being diverted from his worship. They've got rid of Bibles in schools and all sorts of stuff. So many people are atheists. They don't believe in anything. That's by intention. They've done that intentionally. So I'm not trying to inspire people to find God or go to church. I'm not having church. I think it's nonsense. But I do believe we're all one and God's within all of us. But there is a God that's above us and maybe below us, as above, so below. But I try to get close to, I don't like saying him because I don't know why it has to be a him. NHL team Pittsburgh Penguins just won 11-2, really, and the Jesuits operate in 112 nations against the Detroit Red Wings, and Sunday, March 27th, 2022 is 2-11. Wow. Again, 11-2, they win by 9 points. 2-11 could be seen as 47. 2-11 is the 47th prime. These score lines, I don't think any professional team should be getting beat by 9 in hockey. All right, maybe at school or whatever, you get a shitty little school that has no athletes, but I don't know how teams get beat by 9 in the NHL without it being rigged. Trying to avoid reincarnation traps, so that's where I'm at right now. I've heard that you can get trapped. They say if you die and you see the light, it means that you're actually coming back on this earth. Weirdly, that's what I've read. Again, we don't know what's legit or not, but if you see the light when you die, you hear all these stories, don't you, about near-death experiences. And they say they see God, they get closer to God, they see X, Y, and Z. Life is a journey home. Again, what does ET phone home? I don't think this planet is our home. I don't think we belong here. Who sung that song? I don't belong here. Creep, Radiohead. I don't think we belong here, but let's embrace it while we're here, because we're here. No point crying and bitching about it. Oh, I wish I was somewhere else. Well, you're here. Do something about it. Embrace it. Embrace what you have. Are we all Truman or just me? The true man. I feel like Truman so many times, but the true man is the spirit, in my opinion. You got to find that, and that's what Truman did. He saw through the bullshit. He saw through the trap of society. He started seeing through everybody for what it was, that it was all a show. The true life was a show. We're living in a show. Shakespeare told us that. The world's a stage and all of that. And it's a game. Life's a game. Some play it better than others. And my game right now is to ascend and inspire. And if I inspire myself, I inspire other people. That's usually how it works. How can anyone score 11 goals in hockey? Again, it's rigged, but do the players know it? I don't know. But this universe is clearly coded. It's all by a code. No, there should not be 11 goals. Again, at that football game, it was 6-5 yesterday. It shouldn't be happening. Team the NFL like down 21 in the fourth, and like the way you play it, you shouldn't lose. But again, don't mean anything, does it? Duke 2, Nova 2-2-2. What's that? I'm confused. I don't know what that means. I'm scared of nothing, and that scares me. How can you be scared of nothing? If you're scared that you're scared of nothing, then you're scared of something. I don't think being scared of nothing is a bad thing. I don't have genuine fear of anything. I think that's illuminating. I think it's amazing. Living in fear is one of the biggest traps. Most people, it's fear of death, fear of not having enough money, fear of not being socially accepted. They're probably the biggest three. Fear of getting sick. The more you think about getting sick, I think the more chance you're going to get sick. My heart stopped for a couple of minutes when I OD'd. I didn't see anything, but I don't think it was my time. It clearly wasn't your time, was it? And hopefully you got over that. You OD'd. There's a lesson in your life. There's a lesson in your life, mate. A couple of weeks ago, Red Wings almost came back from 10-something lead just to still lose. Again, that's to take your energy. They do that. That's why I can't watch these sports. They say basketball is a game of runs. It's a game of runs. Like, baseball is a game of runs, but it's what they do. A team can be up 20, then a team goes on 11-point run, and then the other team goes on a 10-point run, and that one's on an 8. It's like, what is this? You get the occasional game where it's just back-to-back with the scoring, but they say basketball is a game of runs. It's to take your energy. It's to manipulate the spread. It's what they do. I bet the elite are getting their connection from their God. Yep. These elites, as we call them, they believe in God because they hate him. Or at least they portray that they hate him. They believe in Jesus because they hate Jesus. Which makes me believe that they're real. And they worship the Baphomet. And Satan. But again, do the elites know everything? They don't know everything, do they? And the whole thing about nuclear weapons, guys, they don't exist. They would have used them a long time ago and taken us out. Put your crypto address on here so people can send tips and donations. I don't have crypto, bro. Some people send donations to PayPal, which is amazing. Sometimes I just check my PayPal. It's like, thanks so much for inspiring me. Here's $50. I'm like, really? That's incredible. And it makes my day. Not for the money. Well, it's nice. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for a nice dinner. Cheeky little lobster or something. But people doing that, sending me money, is like, wow, really? It's crazy. But I don't have crypto. The devil is in their alignment. Well, I never really believed in God or the devil, but I do now. I never believed in angels and demons. I do now. I think that's amazing. Gotta get that loose from sports fans, yeah. I'd happily not give any more energy to sports, but it's part of my job. Well, I'm not going to say unfortunately, because I do like that. I just glitched again, guys. MP Ultra. I do like coding them, but I don't want to give any more energy to them. I think you get to a point on this journey as well where that happens. It happened with Red Bull Monkey. It happened with a few of my friends who they're just done with them now. They want more. They want more. I think you get to a certain level. Lucifer is the light bearer of wisdom. Yeah, Lucifer is the light bearer. That's Lucifer morning star. People say Lucifer's the sun, but then people say Jesus is the son, God's son. Some people say Jesus and Lucifer is the same person. But again, I don't know. Just joined at 12:55 and 55 people watching. Here's Michael. Much love to you, brother. 256. 16 times 16 is 256. Like, again, how do I know all this shit? It's funny. True, they don't age well. The testosterone takes a toll. I left you something on Adam's channel, a link. I think Taylor and his wife are in the club. Yeah, have you noticed with these transgenders, as they get older, you start really seeing it. Protect your energy, yes. Is all sports staged? Pro sports, yes. It's a production. That's what they say in the NFL. Welcome to the production. This show was brought to you by Heineken. This show? They do tell you. They do tell you that it's all a show and a production. I just don't know how much the players are aware of that. Like, as a kid growing up, you want to be a pro. You just think it's going out there, giving you all, competing against other people to see who's the better player. It clearly isn't that. Devil's Their Enlightenment. By the way, you should read the last sermon of Prophet Muhammad. He covers some insane warnings. Okay, sounds interesting. They will shut down PayPal, can't confiscate crypto. Mate, they can shut down crypto at any point they want as well. They can take money from, they can do whatever they want when it comes to finances. Like, whatever they want. They can definitely shut down crypto. They can manipulate crypto. For now, they'll give you the illusion that it's safe. But I'm not sure. I won't get into crypto unless, like, literally that's the only way I can buy things. What else we got? How far do you think Ukraine will get in the World Cup? Did they make it? Are they even there? I don't know. It seems like a lot of these countries who go through big rituals succeed. Same with the States. Like, Italy was the first country to get hit by coronavirus. And then the year after, they win the Euros. First time since '68. Illusion games. Red Wings make you fly. The Red Wings is probably connected to Lucifer, to Satan. He has wings, doesn't he? He's told Satan's red for whatever reason. So maybe they're involved in all those 10s because Satan gets you 10. The Red Wings, like Satan has red wings. Geometry aside, it's insane to think professional sports, $1 trillion business, is completely genuine. Again, yeah, that's a great way of putting it. A great way of putting it, Michael. It's $1 trillion industry. It can't be completely organic. There's too much at stake for it to be organic. There's too much money involved for it to be organic. Too much energy involved for it to be organic. So screw professional sports. States are winning 4-0. Are they? I don't even know who they're playing. The Vatican say to the presidents, generals, and leaders, etc., to jump, but they will say how high. Yeah. Yep. The Oscars are on, really? Maybe they should start awarding Oscars to these presidents. Maybe that Ukraine president, who was a comedian and actor, is going to Oscar, even though he's acting shite, pretend that he cares about his nation. The Ukraine man, the USSR was intentionally divided, separated by the Jesuits to create more divide. The more countries there are, the more divide there is, the more boogeymen. And at this point, is Putin even real? When you look at him? I don't know. Who's going to win the most Oscars? Who's going to win the Oscars? I don't know. I don't watch movies anymore. Jesus rocks. He is true and he's alive. That's why they hate him. Yeah, I think the fact that they hate him so much makes me truly a believer. 777 is God's divine number in this world. It's jackpot rainbow. Yeah, that's why 777, when you go to Vegas, hit 777, you hit the jackpot, don't you? It gets you 21. 3 times 7. I think France-Brazil made the World Cup final. That was the final in 98, wasn't it? When France won 3-0 when Ronaldo choked on his tongue. We've been glitching here in Cali. Really? They get together to award themselves. The arrogance is pathetic. I don't know what rituals they do at the after parties at the Oscars. I don't want to know. I have no respect for these people. Prophet Muhammad said to men that unbelievers indulge in tampering with the calendar in order to make permissible that which Allah forbid and to prohibit what Allah has made permissible. Wow. Christianity is the only religion openly mocked by the elite. That's true. But they do hate. What do they hate? Yeah, no, I think you're right. They truly do hate Christianity. Prophet Muhammad said, "Oh man, okay, I've read that one. I've been reading the Quran recently. Not a Muslim, but it's very harming and safe book. You don't have to be a Muslim. Again, it's knowledge, isn't it? The more things you read, like the Quran, the more knowledge you acquire. Isn't 777 a hoax code? I don't know. I think numbers can be used in multiple different ways. Have you turned 33? Yeah, I'm 35, mate. And I turn 36 in April. So soon. Let's check how many days I am away from turning 36. Oh my God, 18 days. 18 days. 18 days is 2 weeks and 4 days. My word. Oh, yeah. Thoughts on Alex Jones, controlled opposition. Can't stand him. Never listen to him again. I saw someone post a video of a holographic Olympic figure skater glitching. Literally glitching, yeah. I don't know, like, some of these people, like even real people at this point, I don't know. I've seen lots of glitching with celebrities and politicians. Why are they glitching? Are they robots? Maybe. They could be AI. And then the average person like myself is comparing themselves with these people, but they're not actual humans. So you'll never get to their level because they're not even real. Massively controlled, but speaks truth. I did about a 45-minute video about Ike. It's one of my favorite videos. You'll have to find it. I don't know where it is. I'll see. Let me see if I can find it. I'll probably be able to find it if I go to my analytics. Okay, here we go. YouTube Studio. All right. If I type in David Icke, oh, what's going on with the internet? All right, it's taking forever, guys. I apologize with my internet. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's Sunday and everyone's at home, so everyone's using the internet. This is my David Icke video. It's in the chat. I don't know if you can click on that link or copy and paste it. That's my David Icke video. I'll tell you exactly what I think about him. Yeah, Alex Jones is just controlled. It's controlled. It's so obvious. It's got a big ass platform. What's he called? InfoWars. InfoWars with Alex Jones. Shut up, mate. InfoWars. 105 and 111, like Jorge Mario Bergoglio, which is Pope Francis. I'll do a little bit longer. Anyone with a huge platform is controlled. They will tell truth, but never the whole truth. Again, what is the truth? But I know what you're saying. That's what I always say. They'll feed you sprinkles of it. What else? The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, the seeking of knowledge is obligatory for every Muslim. What I'll disagree with there, I don't like how he has to say every Muslim, Adam. It should be every spiritual being, every person, not every Muslim. What about the rest of us? We don't need to acquire this knowledge, just every Muslim. I don't like that about religion. I love the seeking of knowledge is obligatory. But then it says for every Muslim. That frustrates me. That's just more divide. We all should be craving knowledge. All of us. It's one of the main reasons why we're freaking here. Muslim means believers. Okay, I didn't know that. So every believer should seek knowledge. Yeah, we should seek it. Not learn stuff because we have to. Genuinely seek it. Seek the truth. Ronaldo will score on Tuesday. If it's a big game, he probably will. If it's a big game, he probably will. That's what he does. And it's not because he's such a talented player. Again, I wish it was. I wish it was just because he was so good and he worked so much harder than everyone else and he was gifted by God with his ability. But it's not the case. Certainly. Oh, yeah. All right, I'll do a few more minutes. I've done 3 hours and 7 minutes. What the frog's legs, guys? That's the 63rd prime number. Kobe Bryant retired 2016, the 63rd try number. Yeah, I don't know why I looked at the clock while it was 3:07. I missed Alan Watt, but the good thing about YouTube is that YouTube's like a time machine, so you can go back in time and listen to Alan Watt. I listen to him a lot. Spoke a lot of wisdom. Again, people call him out to be a shill. No, I love what he said. Not all shills. There's angels here that are sharing this knowledge with us. I loved Alan Watt. But again, how many kids have ever heard of Alan Watt? They've heard of the Kardashians and all of that. Have they heard of Alan Watt, the philosopher? No. I'm trying to teach people about this stuff. Muslim equals believers mainly of the one true God. Yeah, I think there's only one true God. We're told there's multiple gods. I think there's one true one. When I saw the Eric's woman score with his first touch, I nearly laughed. Yeah. Somebody said, did you hear Ericsson just scored 2 minutes into his return? I was like, oh, God. It's another thing I'm going to have to look into. They're just overwhelming me with stuff at the moment. There's so many rituals, guys. So many rituals. With my Patreon, I'm going to keep doing it, but it can get exhausting, man, because I love it. I absolutely adore my community. It's amazing. People support me. But I wake up every morning now to about 100 messages from WhatsApp, email, Patreon, YouTube. It's like, can get a bit overwhelming. I can see why people need people to work for them. It can get too much. But I'm finding energy from somewhere. I'll do 2 more minutes. Islam equals submit. Islam is misunderstood because of the language barrier. Again, language is definitely a barrier, intentional barrier. I think back in the day, people didn't communicate via words. It was through telepathy, through energy, through vibration. That's why sometimes you can look at another person and just instantly connect without saying a word. I think the English language was created by the occult. I think all the other languages were in essence created by the occult. But if the occult created them, maybe God created them as well. I don't know. When something happens in this world, does it get God's permission? Does it need God's permission to occur? So is he essence creating that because he created the person that created it? But then again, if you're a parent and your kid does something, is that you doing it? If your son robs a bank, is that you because you created the kid? No, it's just a part of you. Oh yeah, this is a lot. North Macedonia should beat Portugal. I'll smash my phone if that happens. Yeah, well, everyone says there's no way Macedonia are going to beat Italy and Portugal. Whatever the script is the simple answer. If it was about ability, Portugal would murder them by about 10. If it was about ability. But it's not, is it? It's not. Demons come to God for permission. Yeah, bow down to God. But does he give them it? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's just waiting for us to get our shit together. Get out. So somebody thinks we're at the part of scripture where the elites run to the bunker. Roaches they are. You will never see the elites fighting in these wars. They'll be funding them and promoting them. You'll never see them on the front line and get other people to do that who they're brainwashed. In the Bible, it says the Tower of Babel, God made everyone speak different languages so they couldn't understand each other. Well, that's why you say stop talking babble. Stop babbling on, don't you? Which makes sense. I don't think there'll be a World Cup without Ronaldo. I don't know. I get what you're saying. But maybe that's what they want you to believe. I don't know. He won the Euros in 2016. He's had his moment international-wise. I don't think Portugal will be one of the favourites to win it if they get there. We have a free choice to not kill. We kill because we choose wrong. So basically, God knows what will happen, but his permission, it happened because he wrote it to happen. It's a fair point. If Tom Brady can win a Super Bowl at age 43, then you never know. If there's demons at work, if it's AI, whatever it is, they can play for as long as they want. Are you joining the roundtable with Zach tonight? No, as soon as I'm done with this live, I don't want to go on my computer. I'll respond to a few people on Patreon, but I don't want to get involved in another live or anything. I'm going to go out on my bike. I'm going to just enjoy the fresh air and cycle and get something to eat and then get prepared for tomorrow. It's through the week I work really hard, Monday to Friday. So no, I won't be joining the round table with Zach. You need to rest, Adam. Your server is glitching pretty badly. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll call it a day there then. Glad you got a new chair. I'm super happy I got a new chair. Yeah, that's done. That was very, very good part of my day for sure, getting a new chair. And somebody says, where it came from. All right, take care, Space Cowboy. Misha, much love to you. Sorry, Adam, you're saying don't go, please, but it's been 3 hours, 14 minutes for pie, baby. 3:14. I got to go. I got to look after myself as well and not just help others all the time. You've got to also look after yourself. Can't forget that. So I'm going to do that. I might even go on my bike now. It's 17:17, guys. Freemasonry founded 17:17. I'll go live one day next week, and after April the 4th, it's going to be really hard for me to go live because I'm going to be working even more when I'm going to be a private tutor. So I won't go live as often, unfortunately, but I'll figure it out. I'll do what I'm supposed to do, or maybe I'll do it late at night. But yeah, much love to you all, okay? Thanks for supporting the work. Thanks to everyone who supports me on Patreon, YouTube, will ever know. Take care. And I'm sure I'll be doing a video tomorrow about some big-ass ritual. Much love, guys, and adios. Adios.